I'm running out of time, every day goes by so fast. And every moment counts, baby, I don't wanna miss a thing. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, or hang out in hotel bars, driving somewhere in your car. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, under the stars. most of this night. Come on, baby, take my hand. And we don't need to do the things we don't wanna do. Baby, while we're young,
Boundaries with the new Alienware M15R6, available on alienware.co.in. Experience smooth, high-speed gaming action with powerful performance and uninterrupted play. Enjoy software and warranty upgrades, exclusive offers and benefits with no-cost shipping. Ready to game like never before? Get it all on alienware.co.in.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Dell Futurist Gaming Valorant, powered by Alienware in association with Team Liquid. It's going to be your boy Aggressive, joined by another new face today. Sadly, we're getting a lot of new faces, but at the same time, it's not a sad story because at the end of the day, we all want to see new talent. It's going to be none other than CCV on the camera this time around. He's got a green screen. Sadly, I don't, but eventually, future to come. But I'm really excited for this one. CCV, how are you feeling, my man?
Future to come, Futurist Gaming Cup. I mean, what better to do it? So I am really excited because so far what we've seen in the Dell Futurist Cup has been nothing short of amazing. The matches have been close, new maps have been tested out, new strategies have been tested out, and today we have yet another best of 3 right in front of us, and that is what excites everyone. It's a single elimination tournament, and look at the amount of prizes the teams have on the line to play for, to win for. You've got an amazing prize pool of 1,50,000 rupees. You've got coaching sessions and much, much more with Team Liquid, mind you. One of the best teams in the world, definitely in their respective region of EMEA. So there is a lot to play for, not to mention bragging rights. I mean, obviously bragging rights. The fact that you can shout at the top of your lungs and scream wherever you want to that we won the Dell Futurist Gaming Cup out of multiple teams, all of tier 1 caliber. I mean, that's a special feeling in of itself. And that is why, yet again, our 2 competitors for today, they will be head to head. They will show no mercy, just like they haven't been showing any mercy in the previous best of 3 they've played against their various opponents. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why you have to be excited for today. You have to look forward to the teams, the maps, and all in between that we will be seeing.
Yeah, speaking of the teams, who are they going to be is the real question, and we can already see it on our screens here. It's going to be Weird Esports versus Team 5. Now, you were just stating the fact that, okay, a lot of the other tier 1 teams, they're also in this tournament, but where are the tier 1s in the semifinals? I don't really see them now, do we? It's a story of the underdogs. The underdogs have beaten out all of the tier 1 teams. No one's here other than the underdogs. They're going to be the ones to get a coaching session from Team Liquid. One of them at the bare minimum, whoever gets it to the finals and takes out their opposition. This is one of the first semifinals that we are having between these incredible 4 teams. And right off the get-go, it's going to be Weird versus Team High 5. Looking at the map Vito screen, though, right off the get-go, it's going to be the map of Ascent. Now, CCB, the thing about Ascent in particular is that this is a map that we normally never see, and there's a reason for that. It is a map where a lot of the teams are very comfortable in, yes. but
Exactly,
it's
that's what
been
I was gonna
shifted
say.
to Haven. It's been shifted to Haven.
Absolutely. In this region as well, Haven now holds the bulk of the majority picks, especially in best of threes as well, not to mention. And speaking of Haven, that's also going to be map number 2. But focusing on Ascent, it does make sense why Team 5 have chosen it. In their previous match that they played against ROG Academy in the Futurist Gaming Cup, they ended up winning Ascent 13-11. Aggressive, we were a single round away from potentially going
Yep.
into overtime. But Team 5 managed to snatch it with the least of margins. And right now, looking at the agent selection, which we have already jumped in, these teams, they do not want to waste a single second. They are already ready. Majority of the agents, they have been selected. Looking at the side of Team 5, we can already see Astra being, obviously Astra is going to be chosen. In terms of controllers, she is the main controller right now. She is absolutely holding all of the market share. No competition for her whatsoever. Be it Ascend, there are only certain maps where someone like Viper can be thought about. Viper Astra has also been an agent composition that has been in the talks for some time, and it's a it's a composition that teams like to experiment with a lot. But otherwise, from the agents we have seen, we saw Sova, we saw Jet. It's all
The
the
breach is
agents we
there.
have seen plenty of times. Yeah.
The main thing I really am excited about is the Breach versus Astra pickup. That's the only, the Breach versus Sky pickup, Mike. That's the only
Yeah.
difference between these two squads. And when you are considering such a difference here, it's just one of those things that I'm not really ready for. Normally, I'm an advocate for that Sky pickup. Sky is just, it's very simple to do. You can just run through pretty much everyone using a lot of your own utility. But with Breach, there's an ease of use in comparison to the Sky. With Sky, you need to be pinpoint accurate in the way that you pop your flash. But with Breach, you flash it behind a wall, and there's less likely chance, that one of your teammates needs to buy a sunglass to try and survive it. But Pixels, he's not going to be surviving that shock dart for long. That's a good shock dart being used with a really strong gravity well to boot. That's going to be a good start for the side of the attackers. They get a good position right off the get-go.
Team 5 certainly know what they're doing. The one thing is their composition is the exact same when I was mentioning when they played against ROG Academy. Now that brings up the question, are Weird Esports ready to counter-strat that? Have they studied the WOD that was just played, 2-3 days ago against ROG Academy? Because with the composition being the same, one can only imagine that the strategies are going to be similar at the very least. Not saying always they are all going to be the same, but similar certainly is the word to describe them. As of right now, 50 seconds, half of the action phase is done and dusted. No casualties. The most action we had seen was that very specific shock dart in A main, and now the teams are looking to execute deep mid control. Market control has been taken by the members of Team 5. However, it's the initial kill. It's the initial kills going in favor of Weird Esports. Rio gets the third. Meanwhile, Deadly had started off the attack, and it looks like he may just finish the attack. Yes, he does. With 2 HP surviving, it is a flawless round favoring Weird.
First question, what just happened there? I honestly thought that, okay, he just was literally screaming the He-Man song, just ran in. He just literally ran into a nanostorm and he just didn't care what's going to happen to him. Died out to that, and then Deadly, just doing deadly things. Straight through the smoke, takes down 2. A really good start for the side of Team 5, but right at the very end, that's not exactly what you'd expect for them. But it's fine. They're still testing out the waters, and I always say this about a squad. You never judge them by their pistol rounds. You try and see what they do when it comes down to their firing. Things are going to be a little bit slower now, though. Eco round for the side of Team 5, but Solo, he's going to be able to go in for a beautiful trade of his own. Being able to shut down one, but Smoka, maybe playing with a little bit too much fire. You got to be careful because over-aggression could just end you here.
And the thing is, there's no one to trade him right now except for Jet, who is deep into the bomb site. So if Smokey chooses to peek that angle, more less than likely, because there were 2 members of the side of Team 5 peeking A main, there could have been a trade, and that Spectre, that could have gone into the wrong hands, into the hands of the members of the attacking side. And that's why, well, the members of Weird, they've decided to play passively. However, 5, they're slowly but surely building the pressure. They're moving away from A main, down towards towards mid. Now, what strategy, what execute is it going to be? The spike going over to market right now. Now, is it a deflection tactic? Are they looking to make a lot of noise on A main? Well, they certainly have made noise. They have made damage. The spike is going back to A main. It is going to be an A execute. Killjoy is right then. Gardens. Killjoy dies. He-Man gets the headshot. However, bad luck with the triple. And Smokey finishes things off. That one Marshall probably costs 1100 credits. However, it costed Team 5 the entire round. And that position, that accuracy, lovely stuff right there from the Jet.
That just goes to show that you cannot, and I mean you just cannot ever underestimate the power of a Marshall. 950 credits, man. It's just way too good, especially after recent Marshall changes. Yeah, it's now 950. I understand if you don't know it, because a lot of people don't even know about the Marshall change. And they just actually forgot about it. But the Marshall, there's a reason why it's getting picked up more than a Sheriff these days, especially when it comes down to the eco rounds. It's just 950 credits, and you have a chance of one-shotting someone in the head at longer ranges, which the Sheriff cannot do. So why even buy a Sheriff? We can buy a Marshall. You can pretty much two-shot in the body. It's an insane weapon, and that's one of the main reasons why you can see it from the side of Bad Luck, getting those kills. It just makes it look easy, but at the same time, now it's going to be the buy around. Things are looking up for them. Solo spots out one of the utilities from Deadly's, but oh god, this double stack, if there was anyone on mid, they would have had the fright of their life. But immediate rotation down towards that B side. But the main thing that I don't like from the side of Team 5 is the fact that they're not decisive. They're constantly switching around. They're thinking about going to B. They're thinking about going to mid. They're thinking about going to A main.
That is true.
Where's the map control? I don't see any of that. Like, they have B main control, but that's it. And now they're rotating back over to A. They need to be decisive. Otherwise, weird, they're just going to take this.
Yeah, in the previous rounds as well, there was a tendency by 5 to push deep market into like mid and stuff, and that's exactly why Jet and Killjoy, both of them were double stacking there because of that tendency that Weird Esports picked upon. However, now it's still a split push. It's again going to be an A execute, where good thing for Team 5 is there's only one defender as we speak. That's going to be Astra on Heaven, and he knows to fall back. Pixels cannot risk his life right now, especially with the pressure being mounted. That is an initial kill that comes at 10 seconds in the round. The spike's going to be planted. The retake is on. However, Team 5 are not giving this away. SMX holding the close quarter angle with the Vandal. Smokey, no, he'll be losing that gunfight. SMX back up again with the Vandal, and he gets his third. It's all down to Rio. He has the shot. Oh, he has the recon bolt. He pushes it out. However, no, he was just moving into his death. And this game started with a flawless round. That was a victory of Weird Esports. But like you said, Aggressive, as soon as the full buy came around, well, Team 5 came swinging around themselves and caught all 5 members of Weird Esports for them.
It just goes to show that Team 5, they know what's up. They just had the better guns in that round, though, so we can't really chalk it up down to it being a very decisive round win. Now, with the buy round coming through for Weird X, it's now their time to slap back as hard as they possibly can here, but it could be a dangerous one from Solo. He's trying to go in a little bit aggressive. Maybe he can spot out something because of that owl drone, but no. Deadly, he plays it so beautifully, pushes out, destroys the owl drone, and this is where Solo makes that mistake. He wanted to go in for a swing. He thought that this was going to be completely empty. It was just a Vandal holding the angle, but instead it was an operator. Beautiful plays from the side of Weird, getting that first initial pickup. That's going to be good for them, but still, He-Man swings out. He's going to be good for 1 kill. Needs to immediately trade out, though. Smoka is going to be good for 1 kill, but with the immediate push now coming down towards a site. Edit. A beautiful shot on towards the face of Deadly. That's going to be a 2 for 3. Now Sharking, he's going to be able to get another feed.
He does get the kill. Rio, the last man standing for the side of Weird Esports. No armor, 56 HP. A whole different site to travel to. He may opt to save the gun, especially considering he's got the operator. And that's exactly what he'll be doing. Just holding for exit frags, which I don't think the members of 5 will be giving to him. So another eventful round comes to an end. 5 will be getting the score back up and neutralize it 2-2. And this is where one thing we have seen from Weird Esports is that strategically they're doing something nice. They're counteracting the measures being taken by Team 5. Team 5, we've seen them be very passive, just, go around B lobby, and then they'll be around A lobby as well, just playing towards the back, towards A main. And in this case, Weird Esports, they got aggressive in that sense. They were pushing. We saw a great example of that towards A main, as right now, oh no, Rio, that is not missed. He missed his shot once, that's fine. However, he missed it again, and that costs his team a very expensive operator, not just in terms of credits expensive, but in terms of an extra gun, the almighty powerful gun that enabled Weird Esports to get the initial kill in that round, thanks to Bad Love. But that won't be the case anymore, as it's going to be a semi-eco with just upgraded pistols for their side, and Team 5 will just be looking to build upon their economy and the momentum that they have.
That's one of those situations that you really don't want to be in. Not right now, not ever. Weird, they lost out on a massive investment, and now they're looking at Bad Love to go in for a play with his Blade Storm. He's gonna be got for 1 kill. That's a good updraft being used by him. He was able to peek out all the way on towards A main and get that first initial kill from over the top. Good shots by him. That this is now a 5 versus 4 situation. Slowly but surely, SMX he has been spotted on towards the side of B main, so they know they cannot wait here for long. They need to go in for an execution, but still, Bad Love, he's looking for more kills. He's hungry for it, and he should be able to find it. Beautiful shots from his end. Just taps SMX into the next dimension. He's not going to be able to live this one for long. 5 versus 3, and this eco round could just be a possible thrifty.
It certainly could be. Team 5, they've realized the position they're finding themselves in, and they absolutely need their entry fragger Solo playing the Jet to get those entry frags. Essentially, he's here in B main, not a lot to support him with. The members with active sources of information such as Sova and his Recon Bolt, even Cypher and his Spy Cam, those active sources of information are gone, so they're gonna be pushing in. Solo is in the bomb side. Bad Love still going with his knives right now. Is he pushing in? Yes, he is. Yes, he lands the headshot. He gets another one. Bad Love is on something right now, and he is absolutely feeling it. And 5 right now, well, they can only be feeling despair for themselves because they have lost. And aggressive, like you said, it is gonna be a thrifty round. He-Man, does he escape? He chooses to take the fight or flight. In this case, he took the fight. However, his soul flied away from his body. That's the wrong term, but never mind. What I'm trying to say is the round flew away from the side of Team 5, all thanks to certain blades being wielded by a certain agent on the top of the table right now, and that grants Bad Love to get the operator back up again, and that gives Weird Esports a second chance in this game after the economy being in the shambles.
This is just rough, man. Bad Love, Bad Love, Bad Love. This guy, when he's having a good day, you don't want to face him, and this is one of his good days. After a round like this, headshot only, you know that you gotta be afraid. All the members of Team 5, they're probably giving Bad Love the respect that he deserves, but with this operator in his hands, Bad Love, he is looking for a lot more. He's hungry for it, and you know that he wants this kill no matter what happens. He's waiting it out. The owl drone's gonna spot him out as well. Nope, it's not gonna spot him. But with the ultimate now being popped, they don't know where he is. Bad Love's gonna be good for 1 kill. He can just wait it out. He's gonna drop on his side. Bad Love, you're an absolute madman. He misses out on this shot, but that's gonna cost him. Should be a kill. That's gonna be 1 leg shot on towards the side of Solo. He's trying to hold it down strongly. He's only from under heaven. The teammates are gonna be rushing it soon enough as well, but still Bad Love's not gonna be able to leave. It's gonna be He-Man instead getting that kill. Deadly 10 holding him down from the top and takes out Solo at the bare minimum. It's gonna be Rio with the owl drone trying to get a kill for himself. He does spot out both of the players. Sounds have been heard. They know for a fact that it's under heaven. Rio gets splashed out though. It's not good for them. Smoker's on one side and Rio's on the other. If he doesn't get a kill here, Rio, he's not going to be able to get this round for his team.
Oh.
Just 1 killed, Rio. Just 1. He's not able to find anything. 3 and 3 on the scorecards in Team 5. They just turned the round around. Absolutely. There was no situation where Team 5 should have gotten this. But missed shots. That just costed them everything.
It's only a matter of time before a lot, and I mean a heap of ultimates would be incorporated into the attacks and defense strategies of these teams, and that was a certain case of what we saw. Whether it was, the Hunter's Fury of Sova, or even the Wall, or the Cosmic Divider of Astra, a lot of a very vital role and a very pivotal role in that specific round was played by those ultimates. And because we are going into the middle section, or the middle half of this first half in the entire game, in the entire grand scheme scheme of things. That is why ultimates are going to play a big factor. We are going back into another full buy round with the exception of Rio. Every single person has full armor, or even half armor. They've got rifles, phantoms, vandals, operators. So yet again, right now, the only two ultimates on board is going to be Shark Aim and his Cypher's ability, and then Deadly obviously with the Killjoy lockdown. Both of them are going to be Sentinels. Both of them can use their ultimates in fairly different manners. Deadly, I think because he's got the lockdown, Weird Esports may be inclined to go for more of a retake scenario where that Killjoy lockdown can be used, especially considering the fact that Team 5 do not have the Hunter's Fury. So what methods will they incorporate to get rid of the lockdown? Potentially none, instead of just peeking the angle. So that's why the lockdown can be very, very vital. And in the similar manner, Cypher can also use his ult to get information on the positions of every single defender out there. Doesn't matter if they're rotating or they're just holding their ground in the bomb site. That can be, and that is going to be a very important element, just like it is in all FPS shooters. Information is king. So now, what information do these teams have? Well, they know they are very close to coming contact, especially towards A main. So much utility has been traded, be it shock darts, be it sky flashes. Be it bad love. Solo, he's right there on the cusp of peaking. There goes the flash, there goes the Nova from Astra, and right now again pressure is being maintained. Solo, he finds himself in the wine corner, but no one to kill him and no one to peek him.
This is not looking that good here, not just yet, because 45 seconds left on the clock. They have map control, but look at Bad Love. He's flanking with an operator. Explain to me, who is this man? What did he have for dinner? What did he have for lunch? I really want to know, because this is not a situation you want to be in, especially as a Jet with an operator. He can't even break the tripwire. He knows what's up, but he spots out other players. Freebie for him. Now he knows. Now he can swing. Easy kill for another one. They don't even know what's up. He's not going to be able to get his third one, though, but still, it's completely fine. He got everything that he needed. He gets his third kill on towards the face of Edit. They're looking for more. He wants to spot out one more player, but Solo instead is going to be the one to put the last bullet and put the last nail in the coffin as well to take him out. But who gets the last lap in this situation here, CCB? It has to be the side of Weird. What just happened? Bad Love. Who does that? No one.
Oh my god. No way. No, don't tell me they lost both of their players as well. This was very smart from Weird Esports. After the flank, after these initial 2 kills, I was like, why aren't the people pressing and pushing from A main, from the bomb site itself? Because you can just catch Team 5 completely in the middle of things with no information whatsoever, with so much, with sensory deprivation and sensory overload, where there's so much going on, people pushing from so many angles, they wouldn't have a clue. But Weird Esports, they played it smartly. They didn't push from A main. They just were like, okay, let's just trap them in A main. Doesn't matter if they die or if we die, we just need the round, because they needed the round lead, which is exactly what they have achieved. Now, Team 5, they're realizing that, okay, A is not looking like a very prospective bomb site for us recently. Yes, we have found a bit of success in the past, but now perhaps let's go back to our old roots. Let's focus a bit more on B. What I want to see from their side is focus on market. That's an area, if you compare their initial 2 rounds and you compare it to, their previous 2 rounds, market has completely been overlooked. Almost all of their pushes have been from A main or from gardens. Now they're going back to market. They're looking to go into defender spawn. It's going to be a deflection tactic. Bad Love yet again, the entry kill with the judge. Oh, it's going to be Bladestorm versus Bladestorm, but it's the Vandal and the headshot that gets the last laugh at the end. Smokey still holding the bomb side, comes to terms with the Cypher, loses his life, and Weird Esports are down to 3 members, all of whom are known and their locations are known, and this is just a massacre waiting to happen, which has already happened in a way.
Spike planted.
Oh, this is not how it's supposed to go. This is not supposed to be the way it falls apart, Edit. He knows what's up. Blinded by the light, but Deadly. He bought a pair of sunglasses, seemingly, just to make sure that he was not going to get blinded by that. Beautiful plays by him. He does get that first initial kill. Just one more. Just one more. That's all that he needs. Places the lockdown, and the start of his crew is here. Well plays lockdown as well. They cannot break this, and they need to push him. Where do they go? Where do they hide? Rio's gonna be good for 1. Rio swing out. Should be able to go for a second. But no, this is not how it's supposed to go. Shots are gonna be taken, but Deadly's not gonna be able to go in for that skill. There's not really a lot of time left. 15 seconds left on that bomb timer. It's already gone. He can be good for 1 kill, but that's all that he's gonna find. A lot of eco damage being done, but the round being lost. 4-4 on the scorecard, ladies and gentlemen. And Team 5, They get one more, but at what cost? Looking at their economy, they're pretty much in the same boat as the side of Weird.
To me, this feels like a game of rock, paper, scissors rather a game of Valorant, because Weird Esports, sometimes they want to predict the strategy, but they just miss it by a single round. Like sometimes they want to predict that people are going to push from market and deep mid, and they double stack there with Killjoy and Jet. But that round, you know, it's a push coming from A main. Sometimes they're like, okay, let's stay on the bomb sites itself. Let's, you know, not give too much attention to mid. Let's still look after it a little bit. And that's where 5 are pushing from mid. And yet again, there's only one person on A main, that's going to be Pixels. He knows he has to play passively. The Hunter's Fury comes out, absolutely lovely kill, tagging far more members on the side of 5 as well, causing them to retreat, and that allows Smokey to be aggressive alongside his teammate Sharkaim now. With the Vandal in hand, with the Phantom in hand, he loses his life. However, his teammate on the other side of the map, he gets one more for himself. So, pressure still being maintained all over. The man advantage still favoring the defenders. That is what is opting them not to push right now. They've already been a bit too on the forefront. This is their time to be on the back foot and let the attackers do the hard work of getting the map control, wasting their time, and then executing.
Positionally, you know for a fact that Team 5, they're in the worst spot possible. No information, no map control, and to add on to that, they also lost out on 2 of their players, and 2 very crucial players, by the way. No edit with the Rolling Thunder, so this execution is even more difficult than ever. Pixels, no, he turns around at the wrong second, the timing's gonna... Oh god, this is over. Goodbye, Pixels, you will be missed, but no Pixels, he gets a kill on towards the side of SMX solo!
No way!
The spray! The spray's gonna get missed, but it's fine. He-Man's gonna be going for 1 kill. He's gonna be swinging out. He's looking for 1 more for himself. Smoke, oh, it's not gonna be giving him anything here. Taps a bullet into his skull, sends him down to his grave. 5 and 4 on the scorecards here, ladies and gentlemen. And Weird X. I don't know, dude. That last one was a little bit too scuffed. It felt like Team 5, they were just not ready for it.
Again, so much. I think that Hunter's Fury was what discombobulated them entirely and was exactly what threw them off guard, because they weren't expecting to just be bottlenecked through that one gateway or through that one, you know, passage from where you enter A long. And that's exactly where Rio used his Hunter's Fury, thus, you know, eliminating one of the members of Team 5, damaging many more in the process. And that just, you know, had to get them play passively, and that forced them to play passively, I should be more specific. And from that, they were not able to recoup. So now it's an upgraded Pistols Eco. Weird Esports are ready. There goes the Cosmic Divide. Team 5, their objective right now is not to win the round, but rather to plant the spike to essentially get some sort of economic boost that they will require come the next round. Come Weird Esports have a 2-round lead, but we have seen thrifties happen before. This may be another instance of that. An excellent aftershock right there. He-Man's location is known. Pixel speaks wide.
Pixels!
That's a double. And the entirety of Team 5 has been cut off, shut down, completely ripped apart from the members that were on the bomb side. And Weird Esports are just going to defuse the spike.
This is not how it's supposed to go, man. This is not how it's supposed to break apart. Pixels, you gotta show the man some respect, especially through an Astral Divide. He just like,
Yeah.
nah. I'm gonna Grove Street style peek into the corner, just slap 2 people and just walk away from it. No one even cleared him. No one would expect Pixels to do something like that, but hey, it's Pixels for a reason. He's also playing the Astra. He knows exactly what's up. Swinging out, getting a couple of kills, sending it all away. 6 and 4 on the scorecard though, ladies and gentlemen. Things are looking up for them. But now Bad Love, he's once again up to his shenanigans, with Smoka being the one to go in for a peek. They're doing the same thing over again, but Smoka, baby, just gonna get caught out here, but still, he puts on his dashing shoes. He's gonna be the one to survive. SMX not gonna get any form of value out of that Hunter's Fury, and that is gonna be painful, because now they're purely relying on Edit's Rolling Thunder to get them somewhere, but you can't always rely on that. That is one ability that can be really strong, but at the same time, it's gonna be really difficult. But Solo, not peeking out from the left-hand side corner. He didn't clear it out completely. That's gonna cost him. He-Man's gonna be good for 1 kill though, at the bare minimum, taking it down over to a 1-for-1 trade. Ultimates have been popped from the side of the attackers as well. The Rolling Thunder is gonna be good for the attacking side. They do have a stronghold for themselves. They do have an opportunity to slow things down, try and put on the hold, but now Sharkaim, best lurk ever. Sharkaim, he should be good for 3. He needs to be good for 2 kills. Rio, he doesn't know what's up. Knife the man. No, he's not gonna do it. Not just today.
This is it. This is the collapse of Weird Esports right now. Sharkim was the perfect catalyst required in this concoction of chaos. And now Weird Esports, they have to look left, they have to look right, behind themselves, forward. They have no clue. Smokey seems to pass through. He gets two headshots.
Smoker.
Pixels with another. And it is going to take another one final turn in this round. Weird Esports are not out of it. They possibly, yes, they have enough time. They are going to be defusing the spike. And they will be taking the round win for themselves. Team 5, they invested every little bit of ultimate, everything that they had. Weird Esports replied back twofold. Sharkim, that was excellent. But towards the end, Pixels and those two final headshots, I mean, everything just favoring Weird Esports. It was just the domino effect. One kill, then another, then another. And before you know it, you've got defenders on the spike, diffusing it. Smokey as well. This was the round-changing moment, in my opinion. It had to be. Smokey not had a lot of kills, but these were absolutely dynamic, pivotal kills that he took for his team. Those definitely helped his team win the round. And right now, the recon bolt gets so much information. There goes the spam fire from the Odin. There go the shock darts. Team 5, their location is known. Sharkim, no! He's just pushing blindly. No support whatsoever into the Lions' den. And the Lions have chewed and ripped him apart.
Lions Den, they're trying to enter the more they try to force it, the more this Lion just bites Rio with the Odin. I don't know if this is a Lion or this is a Leviathan at this point. How much longer can you live in this den? Edit. Last person remaining with 4 HP. You can see the light flashing before his eyes. And now he's gonna pass out. Maybe not. Bad luck.
It's the final round, so who knows?
Okay, like he just wanted to go in for a little bit of a style
Yeah.
point, maybe. But dude, Edit. His feelings are just gonna get toyed with.
God.
Bring it out, Edit. Come on, you just don't do the man like that. He has a family back at home. He's a DJ for a reason. He can't sing those tunes anymore. If you just take it away from him like that. Weird.
I'm sorry, but
They're absolutely merciless.
yeah, no, I'm sorry, but what was Team 5's strategy here? Just pushing 5 men when you know your opponents are better off in terms of the guns that they own, in terms of operators. Okay, sure, they may not have known about the Odin, but just pushing 5 people against a Sova, against a Killjoy, it's such a weird strategy. And this has happened for like 2-3 rounds consecutively, where the entry fragger for Team 5, whether it be solo sometimes, whether it be Sharkim as it was in the previous case, they just push by themselves and they lose the gunfight. For Sharkim, he just entered B main. For Solo, 2 rounds ago, it was when he entered from Garden towards the A bomb side. The entry fraggers don't have support, they're going by themselves and it is backfiring. So hopefully for Team 5s, they are in the deficit right now. They are down a lot of rounds, 4 rounds to be specific. By winning the pistol round, by getting the economy in their favor, they can absolutely hope to make a better situation. As these shock darts, I just have to speak about them. Absolutely lovely. Deadly, making a lot of noise, luring SMX in, and SMX is going for the bait. He is trying to peek, he's trying to push, but he chooses not to, as Weird Esports choose, or at least plan on executing on the A bomb side, and that is an absolutely lovely headshot from Solo.
Solo finally being able to showcase exactly how good his aim really is. He's looking for some more, peeking out, not gonna be able to find it. The dash was a little bit questionable, but still, he's gonna be able to dodge it out and survive for a little while longer. Shots are gonna be taken. Pixels, he needs to be good for 1 kill. Solo needs to die here. If Solo doesn't die, this is not gonna be looking good for them. He might actually get 1 more. They're looking for a couple of more as well. Sharkim, he's gonna be the one to shut down Deadly 10. And now it's the 2 versus 3 situation. Shots gonna be taken left. Shots are gonna be taken right. SFX just rushes in into the back, Grove Street style. Gets a kill on towards the side of Smoker. And E-Man's gonna be able to finish it all off. 8 and 5 of the scorecards, and I guess that the defensive side is where the side of Team 5, they feel at home.
They absolutely can. And right now, I've got to say that, okay, Bulldogs are there, Spectres are there. So they're going for the anti-eco, quite obviously, because of the fact that they have the full armor. That's good. And defensive side, I mean, we just have to say, so far from what we've seen, we haven't seen a lot of rounds being played in the Dell Futurist tournament, especially on Ascent I'm talking about. But from all the rounds that we have seen, yeah, defense has a 62.5% win rate. So it can be said that on defense is where teams are the strongest, and Pixels, what was that? all by himself. No support, just, I mean, it is an eco. So I guess he was just trying to do some damage to the members of Team 5, but yeah, it just backfired. Another very good shock dart. Does get, I believe, a slight bit of damage onto one of the members of Team 5. Oh, sorry, onto one of the members of Weird Esports. But this Spectre can absolutely deal more damage, and it does. Against the Classics, yeah, it is no match. No. Smokey's aim. Now that is no match for Edit. He gets the headshot with the Classic. 16 HP, he survives. He'll be looking to pick up that Spectre, or one of his teammates as well. But this is the little victory that Team 5 have. Oh, sorry, that Weird Esports have. They know that this round may not, or perhaps will not, go in their favor because of the gun disparity, but they sure can try.
This is not how it goes, but still deadly, dude. How does he do stuff like this? But Solo, he's warming up now. He's warming up real good. He turned on the heat, and now he's trying to go in for a little bit of a play. But CCV, I think I put a caster's curse on him right there, but just by saying something like that. Like, this happens too often. Yesterday when I was casting, right, for the last game, I called M42 out, and I said that, okay, they're gonna be the ones to win this round. They started to lose every single round that I told that they're gonna win, and then they lost the entire match and the entire set.
For me, it's transcended casting other people's matches as well. You know, even if I call my own gameplay, even if I'm, I don't know, in a spike rush and I say, oh, I can win this. Nope. And that's definitely not because I'm a bad player. No. Silver, what do you mean? Pfft. No, definitely the caster's curse. Not my fault. I'm bad at the game. Again, jokes aside, these gentlemen right here, they are not bad at the game. They are very, very good, and they can be better because the Dell Futurist Gaming Cup offers you a one-on-one session with Liquid of all teams. I mean, come on. That's an opportunity you cannot miss. And SMX pushing through that smoke was an opportunity he could not give up on very easily. Weird pushing into the defender spawn, but He-Man with the spam fire, he gets the headshot. Team 5 are not giving up. Weird Esports have taken the side control. The spike is with Killjoy. The kill is with Killjoy. And now the bomb site is with the attackers as well, but they don't have the man advantage just yet. Team 5 are applying the pressure from market, from defender spawn. However, Team Weird are tolerating all of it, and then more some as they keep on getting kills, but not before Edit can reply back.
It's one of those cases. It's not looking that good for Weird at all. They're gonna get spotted out. They're gonna get spotted out as well. Thrifty round on their cards. Beautiful round as well from the side of Team 5. I didn't expect this to happen at all. 8 and 7? That shouldn't have been the case here. The way that Team 5 are being able to get these Thrifty rounds just goes to show how prominent they are as a squad. Good rounds from them, but at the same time, Weird, you have to ask that question. What was the plan in that last round? It felt like, okay, they have the B main control. They want to take the site for themselves. They took the site, but post-plant wise, it just felt as though they invested too many resources into trying to get into the site. They had nothing to get into proper positions. And of course, Bad Love going in for such an aggressive peak. Yes, it's a little bit unfortunate that he did get caught out by the span from He-Man, but it does happen.
What?
Spike down A.
I'm sorry, again, Pixels just he pushed up 20 something yards into A main, and there was no one to refrag him. So he just lost his life for no purpose. And the members of Weird Esports, they know they're up against an operator. They've got to be careful. What they don't know about is Edit. Okay, now they'll be aware as soon as this flash goes through. Edit looking to peek, accidentally flashes himself, so he falls back. Nothing too much except for that initial kill. I still can't get over the fact that so many of these initial kills from either one of these teams have been with little to no refrags. Even if you're getting aggressive, even if you know you only have upgraded pistols, try to go for refrags. That is the next best thing you can do, except for winning the gunfight by yourself. When you know you can't win the gunfight, like I said, do the next best thing. And oh, never mind. You know, in this case, yet again, Solo goes by scotch-free. The members of Team 5 dealing damage like it is a free food at a charity. Just constantly more damage, more gunfire, more utility being thrown at the attackers, and nothing for Weird Esports to reply with. Well, nothing, just one kill that Rio has so far. And I think that may just be the only thing Weird Esports will be getting right now, because they've got 20 seconds to execute and no plan in sight.
One enemy remaining.
It's not looking that good for them. Solo, he just doesn't miss a shot here. Solo's gonna be coming in with a 4K with style, sending them down onto their graves. 8 and 8 on the scorecards, and Solo on this operator could just be the thing that they need to take it all away and bring it all back home. They're dealing the damage, they're making it all happen for themselves, but now,
30 seconds. One enemy.
what do we expect? It's going to be a timeout being taken by WeirdX, and a justified timeout, just because after losing out on the 2
Absolutely.
rounds, like, they lost out on a Thrifty, and then they lost out on this Eco without getting any form of value, not even getting a plant. The main objective of a Thrifty is to not win it out. It's just to deal as
But to
much
deal
damage as you
damage.
possibly can
Exactly.
and deal the damage. You need to get the plant. The plant is the most important part of an eco round. If you don't get a plant as an attacker, that is not a successful eco round whatsoever, even if you get like 3 kills. Because the reason why behind this is that, yes, you get 3 kills on one person, but that's it. The person who got the kills, they get the money. But what about everyone else? They have nothing. And in that sense, the fact that Team 5 are able to deny the plant just goes to show that they're ready to take these engagements, and they're not allowing the side of Weird to even get an inch of space on them. And if this is how the match is going to keep on moving forward here, even on the 17th round, it's not looking good for Weird. They need to figure something out soon. Otherwise, Team 5, they could just sweep them off their feet.
Absolutely. I think with the objective of an eco round is it's more economic damage. For me, it's also in the sense of utility. Yes, when you compare utility to guns, you can obviously be like, okay, if I get rid of a Vandal on their squad, they have to spend a heap more money than they would have if they just have to buy their signature, sorry, not their signature ability, but, you know, their primary ability. And that's the thing. You need to, you know, lure out more of your opponent's ability as well. Speaking of ability, well, this is the ultimate one. The Killjoy lockdown goes through from the side of Weird Esports. They are investing a lot in this round. Ultimates or utility, manpower, everything is being sent. The spike is on A main. It can be a deflection tactic. Solo gets the kill with the operator. Edit right now against Bad Love. This smoke is the only thing separating them. Edit looking out, but Bad Love gets the headshot. This is not good for Team 5. The members, the attackers have infiltrated to the A bomb side. They are looking to plant the spike, but they have used the Killjoy lockdown. What is their post-plant argument right here? What will be their positioning? That is the main thing. Yeah, they're going to plant the spike. They have planted the spike, but the retake is on, and Team 5 have got a lot of resources to deal with for this retake.
That's it for them here. Shark game though, he's going in for a couple of pop shots off his own. It's not going to be able to find that kill. Instead, it's going to be Bad Luck being able to shut down Solo. That's the operator going down already. He-Man though equalizes, stabilizes themselves, but at the same time, they're right behind the other side of the wall. They're going in for a swing, and Bad Love going for a little bit of some style play there, but gets caught out. I guess a very questionable round, to say the very least, from the side of WeirdX, but it's fine. It's gonna be a team. It's gonna be a round win for the side of High Five, I guess.
Yeah,
Well, Valorant's a very questionable game, so I'm not even gonna judge.
The Cosmic Divide was good, but it was Weird Esports' reply that I was looking for. What did they have in mind to counter that? Their plan was, okay, let's just pick 3 people at a time and try to bombard them. But Team 5 knew that. That was exactly what they were expecting. That's why they went for the Cosmic Divide. You need to, you know, be unpredictable. And yet again, it's not even been 4 seconds into the action phase, and already you've got the Astra gone off the board without her using any of her utility. Now, what assistance are Weird Esports going to get once they're going for the attack? And it looks like they are going for the attack, just completely blind. And that is a good headshot from Edit. However, Weird Esports have a few tricks of their own, essentially getting the entry frag, but they're looking for more. Deadly peaks an amazing angle. Solo with the operator. He's got to be holding through. This is going to delay him even further. The post plant is back, but it is how to deal with the retake that Weird Esports have got to master. SMX, no one is expecting, no one is looking out for him from A main. He doesn't know there's someone behind the crates, oh sorry, under Heaven. Weird Rio, he sees him, but Rio can't land his shots. Smokey sure can. And now the two members of 5, they're right here. Well, there's only one standing all by himself. 2 angles to check. All Weird Esports have to do is peek together. He cannot watch 2 angles. He can only watch one. He's switching back and forth. Weird Esports are wasting the time. They're utilizing utility. This is great and it works. Finally, the breakthrough that Weird were looking for. And finally, it is the breakthrough that they needed desperately.
They're doing what they can to bring this one back. The last round, a little bit questionable, but at the same time, they have a tendency of wanting to have fun from time to time. So I'll give them that. But now that this has been another drop for their side, Team 5, they're going to be feeling the pressure. No more operator in the hands of Solo. He's been having a pretty rough game, but that operator, he was making such a massive
Since the
difference.
second half. Oh,
Yeah.
until the first half, he was having a very rough game, like you mentioned. But since then, this man is putting a lot of effort. And I think that plays a very vital role into his team's success and the success of Team 5 overall. And, look at the comeback they've made. 8-4 to 9-9. That speaks volumes about what they can achieve and what they have been able to achieve. But now it is following through on this momentum. Weird Esports just going into the bomb site with the
Bad luck.
operator. Bad luck, why? He's trying for the shots with the operator. Solo can just push him. He's got the Blade Storm ready. But what he doesn't know is how many other members of Weird Esports are there. So what is this strat? The spike is still in attacker spawn. It's going towards A, whereas Weird Esports are going towards B. Oh, this can... Oh, sorry.
this is
Where's Team
objective
5? Yeah, whereas Team 5 are going towards B. This can really be disastrous for Team 5 if they don't realize what's happening. Oh, goodness me. The execute is right here.
They're already ready for it. You know that Team 5, they're in a good spot, but with Solo not having a double updraft anymore, he can't even go up there to go in for a swing. But good shot on towards the face of Deadly. But it's just a phantom. It's just a 140 hit to the forehead. Nothing more than that. Astral Divide has been popped. But hey, Solo, he's gonna peek out and there's a shorty with another side. He's looking for this kill. Rio's gonna be good for 1 kill. Solo, he wants to swing out. He wants to go in for something. But
My
Solo
God.
actually just right clicks. Bad love into the next dimension, but Solo, he only gets a right-click kill, but nothing more than that. How much more can he do? He doesn't even have a gun to his name. That's the problem here. He needs to pick himself up a gun, but a gun is not something that they have the luxury of getting. Solo, he's not going to be able to do much here. Pixel's going to be able to shut down one. Solo with the classic right-click, trying to slap one person in the forehead. That's just not going to happen. This is going to be a crossfire setup. One from the side of A main, one from the side of Hell. And where does he go? Where does he run? Where does he hide? Pixels is going to be the one to give him a kiss on the cheek, but that's all that he's going to be able to get. Edit gets caught out. He's concussed. No one's gonna take this risk. They're just gonna wait. And Edit just died to the spike, my man. Don't give him a kill. Don't give him ultimate points, but get the ultimate points yourself.
That
It's
is
gonna be a
very
1 and
smart.
0
Alright.
with a double digit on the board for the side of Unix.
So now Team 5, they are reaching a point where they've realized, okay, we had all the momentum, we had the rounds. It is not late at all. It is still a very, very close call. If we try again, just like how we tried at the initial few phases of the second half, at the start of the pistol round and all, we can make a comeback. Because Team 5, they need this win on the map of Ascent. Mind you, everyone watching, they chose this map. This was their own pick. And the next map that we'll be visiting, which is going to be the map of Haven, well, Weird Esports, they ended up defeating SAQL there 13-6. So it's safe to assume that Weird Esports are not going to give that map easily. And Team 5, well, statistically and looking at historical data, they don't have the best of chances of winning there. So 5, it is a do or die scenario, just like it is in the entire tournament, with it being, single elimination. So they need to snatch the victory right here. Solo against Bad Love. Yet again, the Jet versus Jet has been going on. The lockdown has been destroyed. Weird Esports are in the bomb site, but they don't have any frags. This Rolling Thunder can be vital because it grants the members of 5 2 kills, 2 individual kills without any repercussions whatsoever. Weird Esports now, they will be retaliating. They get a headshot of their own. Edit peeks wide, beautiful headshot. He has been traded out, but look at the flank from He-Man. 1 Sheriff, 800 credits, but look at the power it can deal to the opponents.
Pixels, he had nowhere to go there. Not gonna be able to survive that for long. 10 and 10 on the scorecards, ladies and gentlemen. And it feels like all of the changes are happening consistently throughout the entire one. But At the same time, there's a sad story about all of this as well. You know what exactly? The operator was not picked up, so the defenders, yeah, they don't have an operator anymore.
Down B.
True.
That's
true.
gonna be a big hurt for them as well, because that operator was just so crucial for a defensive hold here that on this 10 and 10, yeah, there's a possibility of a thrifty, because that operator could have stopped out the possibility of this thrifty, but now it seems a lot more likely.
Certainly can be. So Weird Esports, what did they have in mind? Yeah, it's a very it has a lot of disparity. Does their economic buy? They've got rifles, they've got sheriffs, half armor, full armor, no armor. So what exactly is their purpose in this round? Are they looking for the win? Are they going for a proper execute, or is their strategy to bombard their opponents and confuse them? Because that is the thing Weird Esports go for. They
my
try
God,
to
He-Man.
confuse their opponents. However, look at He-Man right now. His headshot accuracy, it is absolutely insane. The spray transfer is insane. With a gun like Vandal, he delivered, and every single member of Team 5 delivered as well, getting, I think this entire round was all headshots, mind you. But I'm not completely sure, but it certainly felt like that. He-Man, look at this replay. The first one, the second one, and then the spray transfer onto Rio. Rio, I can't even imagine what that man must be feeling right now. Seeing his teammate, his comrade fall next to him, and then in the same spray of the bullets, it is his life that is taken away as well by He-Man. Now that is a superhero power I would definitely like. Immense spray control, sign me up for it.
It goes to show that you cannot underestimate your opposition for a second.
Absolutely.
He-Man just turned, like, he literally flipped a switch seemingly, and he's like, all right, we can't get this round just by all of the potential that we have as a squad. I'm gonna take the entire team on my back and bring it all back on our favor. 10 and 11. This is the last round that they're gonna be able to hold down strongly, and He-Man gets caught out though this time. There is gonna be a massive push from the side of Rio. He's going to be able to use his 100 Sphere to get a little bit of information, get the defenders back into very uncomfortable positions as well here. But bad luck, he's in such a good spot. But Smoker, through the smoke, limit up to his name. He's got to be got for 1 kill at the bare minimum. But Pixels? Hello? What? Wait 1 second. Pixels, who was he shooting? I thought that was a defender, not an attacker. I was looking at my minimap being like, huh, that's a defender, Astra. Then I just remembered, wait, isn't He-Man dead? It was like, wait a minute, there's an imposter among us. 11 on the scorecards here, man. It literally is kind of situation here. It feels like weird. They're pulling off a lot of questionable strategies that are working out in their favor. Like to go in for a fast rush like that from the side of A short, then rush into heaven, and then from heaven you enter into side. Beautifully done from their end. They're gonna be able to take it all away with a very weird strategy from their side.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest right now. Weird Esports. I mean, just ignore the pun. Apologies for the pun intended, but weird strategies. I know, as someone whose username is very close to CCTV cameras, I've heard my share of bad puns. But yeah, weird. I'm not completely sure what they're trying. Yet again, the initial kill has been given away to Team 5, Solo popping off, and he changes his position back down to deep B bomb site in order to hold off market or even B main if the push ends up happening from those specific areas. But Weird Esports right now, yeah, they're taking their time off. They're being quiet, not giving any information, making Team 5 work for the info, because look at the members and look at the positioning of the defenders. They're not pushing any angles. They're not peeking away. So essentially in their mind, they have no clue where the attackers are going to execute from. B bomb site only has Solo. They see the Cosmic Divide. They see the Astral Stars. The Killjoy turret being placed as well. The rotations are happening. Solo has to fall back. He has to wait for his teammates. The bomb site is completely empty. But how much utility will Team 5 have after they have gotten the site control, which mind you, they have gotten. The post plant is right here, but the retake will be on, where Team 5 have a 2-man advantage, 5 versus 3, operator on board, tons of utility for the defenders to play with. This is not looking good for Weird Esports. They need a miracle to take place.
This is not looking that strong for them here. Positionally though, they're in a pretty good spot. They can push in, maybe go in for a kill. Shark game, he's already inside of the side. They don't know where he is. Shots are gonna be taken, but Pixels, he still get this kill. That's gonna be immediate trade, but Smoker's gonna be able to shut down another one. Rio's on towards the back end, goes in for that spray, shuts down Edit. Nothing that they can do. Smoke on to your left. Look down, my man. He's gonna be able to go in for that kill. Swats onto a classic. He wants this this on. He wants this kill, but Smoker is just way
How?
better as a Majestic Angel, and then slaps him in the face to take him out and send him back home solo.
Match
He
point.
needs to take a back seat here because 12 and 11 is already on the cards, and Weird X, they're looking to close everything out here on match point.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I don't want to be too harsh on Team 5. They've played brilliantly. Individual plays, team plays, they've been good. But this round is an example of like proper miscommunication happening in a team, which, if I'm being honest, should not happen at this level. A miscommunication this bad. We were seeing the perspective of the weird esports players. When we saw the opponents, they were genuinely looking helpless, as if children who have been separated from their parents at a fair or at a carnival, something like that. That kind of feeling. They had no clue where to look, where to run. In their mind, people were pushing from B main inside the bomb site towards boat house, and there was, to me, just felt like a lack of communication. People inside of Team 5, they had no clue who was hitting them, who was shooting them, where they were peeking from, and they were just falling like flies one after the other. And Weird Esports, what was a 3 versus 5 ended up being a 2 versus 0. Weird only took a single casualty as soon as the retake started. Meanwhile, Team 5, well, they lost their name. They lost all 5. So that was absolutely not what should have happened. Looks like Team 5 have gone for a timeout, which, when Weird Esports went for their timeout, it made sense. Similarly, here as well, it is a very justified timeout. It, absolutely makes a lot of sense and is very, very relevant to what is going on with Team 5. They need to take a breather, clear out the comms. Every single player, especially the IGL, they've got to make sure everyone is on the same page. Relax. This match is not out of your hands just yet. Overtime can seem like a lot. This round is do or die. But Team 5, if they can win 13-11 against the side of ROG Academy on this very map, well, they sure can go into OT.
I've got your trail.
Additionally, this is not how it's gonna look. Oh no, this is already done and dusted, man, because look at their economy. CCV, there's nothing that they can do here. This is not where it's wanted to be. This is not how it's gonna go, but still Badlam. That's a massive whip from his end. That's gonna cost him, but still Smoke and Deadly. They're gonna keep the dreams and hopes alive here for the side of Weird. And Juanito going for one more kill, but the smoke dissipates at the wrong time. Edit instead is gonna be able to get a freebie for himself, one towards the space of Smoker. He has a rolling thunder to work with as well. This is where the real fun begins here, ladies and gentlemen. Throw it up into the sky. It's gonna be Deadly, but still positionally they're in a good shot. Pixels with the lineup. He's gonna be able to play it so beautifully. Gonna get caught up by one, and poor old Deadly.
Attackers win.
He's gonna be able to find a freebie on towards the side of Edit. Edit just walks into his awaiting arms. He just gives him a big hug to end it all off. This is how it goes, man. This is how it is. Oh my god, this is not how it was meant to end, man. Initially I thought that, okay, this round, this is where it all begins. This is how it's gonna look like. But then immediately you snap your finger and it's all like turned around, being like, oh. Well, how much more can you do here? Like, CCP, like, they tried Team 5, but right at the very end, it felt like they just lost the will to try and win this game.
It was the marathon that Team 5 were looking for, being down 8-4, bring it back 9-9. However, unfortunately, they just, twisted their ankle at the last mile and they were not able to cross the finish line. They were this close. Even when I said overtime seems like a realistic possibility, it could have. Had we gone into overtime, had, essentially Team 5 gotten that extra bit of leeway that you have until it's like 12-11 where it's do or die, this one round matters all, overtime could have given them a little more to work with, a little more relaxation, or to, calm down. Not relaxation, that would be too chill of a term in this scenario. There's a lot of pressure. It's a single elimination tournament, mind you. However, with a round like that, where, they threw that retake 5 versus 3, 2 versus 0, one could imagine that the players were in a state where they would not like to be. They were going off and on, they were getting kills. Inconsistency was roaming around in almost every single one of the players, be it Weird or be it Team 5. At the end, it just happened to go in favor of Weird Esports. They just managed to close it out for themselves, and that was the one thing. The defeat, the bone-chilling, excruciating defeat that Team 5 had given to S8UL 2-3 days prior in the quarterfinals of the Dell Futurist Cup was exactly what they had to suffer. What is exactly what they have to suffer right now as they go into the second, possibly even the third map of, this best of three being a map down, being on that back foot, and just not an overall good mental state to be in when you know your opponent is so close. And now, with the possibility of going on to Haven, well, the pressure is just going to be mounting on and on the members of Team 5.
And at the end of the day here, like you need to figure this out. What exactly went wrong for you when you're on the side of Team 5? Because it felt like Team 5 initially they had a solid game plan to work with. They were like, okay, we're gonna pick up that breach, we're gonna fight here, we're gonna go here, and then we're gonna rush these angles. But later on, I wanna question the fact that okay, you have a breach, you have a jet. Where's the flash and dash on the defensive side? The defensive side flash and dash wasn't even there even once, and we're going to see that as well as we head on over towards the match highlights to get a visual representation of what really went wrong for Team 5 initially. Because look at this, I didn't see a single flash and dash combo being used by Edit and Solo throughout the entire game. And
I think
why is that?
Yeah, that was my point as well. I think once or twice, even I highlighted the fact that the entry fraggers on the side of, well, in a way, both of the teams, they were just pushing angles without any refrags whatsoever. It's one thing, using your initiative utility, using those flashes, recon bolts, or anything to get kills, but then it's another to just push all by yourself and give away so many of those kills. This is a great example. Bad Love, free kill for him. Cosmic Divide comes through. He escapes. Yet again, start of the round, what an insane flank. I mean, this was an exception. This was just way too good of a play from the side of Weird Esports with them, completely bottlenecking the members of 5. But even right now, looking at the highlights, a lot of great kills, a lot of individual moments were good. I especially liked the resurgence of Solo as a player for Team 5, how he managed to salvage everything that he had lost in the first half, and then in the second half he just popped off. But unfortunately, it just wasn't enough to get his team a victory and to push his team to the finish line.
This is the last bit of a push that they needed, because now that Weird X have gotten this map, I don't know if you watched a lot of the games of Weird X DCP, but as soon as they go into Haven,
yeah, I can
boy.
see.
Oh boy,
That's the
that's where
thing.
the real fun begins, because Smoka on Phoenix yesterday against M42, that guy just domed people like it was nobody's business. He was playing aim labs out here. That's how bad it was yesterday.
Aim labs, Kovacs, anything.
yeah, just anything at this point. But Team 5, it was a really good play from them. Honestly, I loved a lot of their
Absolutely.
different strategies, the way that they were doing it. But the thing is, was it really good when it came down to the terms of team playing coordination and their combination as a squad? No. Solo plays were beautiful. They played fundamental Valorant. Fundamentals.
Yes.
They knew what to
Yep.
do. They knew when to trade. They knew when to peak together as a team. But was there any good utility usage being done? I personally don't think so. Team 5, they were purely playing off of just, ranked Valorant. This was not really a team Valorant thing. And for Weird X, what were they playing? They were playing completely based upon a team. They were playing Valorant the way it was meant to be played. For Team 5, they just need to fix the utility usage for map number 2. Otherwise, they're going to falter heavily, because on Haven, yes, fundamental Valorants can carry you very far into the match, but you need the strong basis of utility if you want to enter into a site, especially against a team of Weird X's caliber.
It's always going to be the best combination. I know on paper, as a caster, when I say that, oh, you have such good aim, mechanically, everyone is sound, just to focus on the strategy. Yeah, everyone knows that. But yeah, working on it is going to be difficult. That is why, absolutely. First of all, if Team 5, get this best of 3, if they end up winning the entire Futurist Gaming Cup, I mean, that gives them a one-on-one training session with Liquid, mind you. That is certainly going to help them strategically, mechanically as well, especially a virtual tour of the bootcamp of Liquid. That's going to be helping any and all team that will be winning this cup. But other than that, they can improve a lot thanks to those coaching sessions, thanks to the region of EMEA as well, which is a bit ahead, in terms of Valorant and how they opt to play it. So yeah, right now, even if they don't win, they can certainly ward review this game, the one that they played against SAQL as well. Because to me, the map of Ascent for Team 5 looks like a very strong suited map. Looks like a map where they are certain they can etch the victory, where they are a squad. In this case, yeah, like you mentioned, with all the mistakes that were made, they unfortunately ended up losing out. But in the future, this can be the haven that Weird Esports have. This can be that same comparison. So that's why Team 5, a lot to work on right now. Well, don't focus on a lot of that. Focus on Haven, whatever preparations you have made. If it's counter strats against Weird Esports, I'm sure there'll be some of that because Weird are so strong on this map. If it's your own strats that you have prepared, focus on that. Take a breather. Everyone needs a breather. This map specifically, went on all 24 rounds of regulation. That is not easy business. Casting here, that was stressful enough. I can only imagine how it must have been playing there, being in those comms, yelling. And I can imagine for the viewers as well, this back and forth, no matter which team you were supporting, whether it be Team 5 or Weird Esports, it could have gone either way. So the pressure was mounting up. Now, aggressive, everyone needs to release the pressure a bit. Everyone needs a little bit of the break before map number 2. That is why I think at the moment, we're going to take a short breather, and we'll look at all the amazing products from Dell as well, who have been thankful enough to power this tournament. But then we'll be back for map number 2. So stay tuned, keep watching.
On boundaries with the new Alienware M15R6, available on alienware.co.in. Experience smooth, high-speed gaming action with powerful performance and uninterrupted play. Enjoy software and warranty upgrades, exclusive offers and benefits with no cost shipping. Ready to game like never before? Get it all on alienware.co.in. games with the new Alienware M15R6, available on alienware.co.in. Experience smooth, high-speed gaming action with powerful performance and uninterrupted play. Enjoy software and warranty upgrades, exclusive offers and benefits with no-cost shipping. Ready to game like never before? Get it all on alienware.co.in.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Dell Futurist Gaming Valorant, powered by Alienware in association with Team Liquid. We are now back once again, jumping straight into the matchup because honestly, we don't even want to wait for even a second. And just as we said, it's going to be a short little break because after what happened in game number 1, a 13-11 win from the side of WeirdX, we didn't really expect it to end like that even as well, because it was in a way a very anticlimactic ending. We expected the side of Team 5 to be able to go in for a comeback, but once again, they had a composition that relied on team play and coordination. They were playing Valorant to the fundamental level beautifully. The fundamentals were perfect, but where was the team play? Where was the strategy? It felt like this team is a band of friends going in together without a lot of practice. They have the chemistry, they have the synergy, yes, but do they have the utility usage down to facilitate each other? No. And Weird, they have that down to the T. And as we're moving on to Haven, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to get even worse moving on down the line.
Yeah, Haven, well, looking at the previous results that Weird Esports have had, it has been really, really dominant. Not just, I mean, in the Futurist Gaming Cup as well, we've only seen like them play once. However, in the other, tournaments by the Esports Club, we have seen so many a times, the side of Weird Esports take this map down to its bare bones and just win it against their opponents, be it SATUL, be it anyone. Right now, the composition Weird are going for, well, we can see the Cypher being chosen yet again, and just exactly what they did 2 days ago against SATUL. Deadly is back on the Cypher. He is not shying away. Astra, for both the squads, a fairly obvious pick. Like we talked about in the pre-match presentation before Ascent, we'll talk about it before Haven as well. Astra absolutely dominating the markets in the controller territory. There is no one who can compete with her. Viper Omen, very situationally. Otherwise, it is all on Astra, and she did her performance. Both men on either one of the teams, Astra, the Cosmic Divides, they were good. The Novas, everything, and even the Gravitational Wells. Astra utility was quite useful in many instances. The Cosmic Divides, I always love to see them. Some of them were default, some of them were unique. There was a very specific round on the A bomb side where it was the retake, and I believe Team Weird Esports just ended up winning out that retake because they cut off the bomb side. But now, enough about Ascent, aggressive, let's jump in to Haven.
It's just not that good when you look at the agent selections right now. Yeah, both of the teams, they have the exact same pickups, but the thing is, CCD, you gotta remember something. Potential as a squad, yeah, it's there. They can make it happen, but I don't know how I feel about their chances when it comes down to the team playing coordination after what I saw in match number 1. WeirdX, they are tested in this map. They have beaten Velocity. They've slapped them with this exact same composition. This double duelist composition has been the bread and butter for them, but He-Man? Can someone check his classic really quick? Can someone check his classic really quick? Straight through a smoke, he just stacks him in the head and then in the body once at that range. Smoker, don't worry, man. Don't worry. We've all been there. We all done that.
Happens to the best of us. But now Weird Esports, they have to go for some other strategy instead of the bomb site B. They have chosen A. They're ready to execute a lot of information for SMX. He has spotted at the very least 2 members seeing gunfights from more than 3 guns. So he is indicating to every single one of his teammates that be aware, A looks like the bomb site that they will be hitting, and A is the bomb site that Weird Esports is hitting. This sound cue is exactly what 5 wanted to go for the retake. Everyone is ready. Everyone is prepared. Now, in terms of utility, now that is where both squads are lacking. Already in the pistol round, you don't have a lot of utility to deal with. Mind you, after the execution, after dealing with the execution, the all 9 members alive have even less. The shock darts, the recon bolts, everything is gonna go off. There goes the flash from Phoenix, the curveball, allowing entry of the defender. Solo. Oh, he gets the headshot onto
nice
Deadly.
shot.
Edit, he dies.
Come on,
But
Solo.
Solo is on fire right now. Can he get another kill? Oh, he dashes away. He's playing Pikachu. Or Peekaboo, sorry. But Rio is going to be the better man of the scenario.
Yes.
And yes, he gets the final kill. A triple for him and the first for his team.
Ooh, that was a good play from his side. Hey, if CCV actually says Pikachu, you know that's where the real fun begins. Both of the squads, they're all done and dusted. And in a way, that's a really good round for them. But at the same time, can we get a close-up of the tripwire? I'm kind of scared that has a massive gap on it. That tripwire is not looking that good from the side of Deadly. But hey, he's a professional player. I'm not. That tripwire could be the next best thing. And if someone gets caught on that, it could just work. But after such a convincing last round, they're all gonna buy Spectres guaranteed because no ghosts were saved, so Spectres are gonna be a must-have pickup. The firepower is there. And Edit nearly got a kill there. He-Man's gonna be good for one with that Sheriff. That's gonna be good for him, but now Deadly, right around the corner. Bad Love just gonna be able to get a free kill for himself on towards the face of SMX. 2 players left, and at this stage, it seems like a pseudo-flawless.
Certainly it does. Weird Esports, they're looking good. They won the pistol round, the anti-eco going in their favor as well, with the exception of a single casualty. But other than that, Shah came with his Sheriff. He'll definitely be going for either an exit frag or just trying to get 1 kill at least, because in an eco, this is the theory that you have to apply. In an eco, you're not looking for a profit, but you sure won't take a loss. In this case, well, it is the loss of a Sheriff. No kills for Shakim as well. Like you mentioned, Aggressive, a pseudo-flawless round, with just the exception of a single kill. And the thing is that Team 5, the best chance that they have of winning, or at least getting as many rounds possible on the map of Haven, certainly is going to be in their own attack, which is not right now, because the side of Weird Esports, with all of the matches that they've played on Haven, a lot of matches in the Futurist Gaming Cup, in other tournaments by the Esports Club, and even general tournaments in the South Asian region, they currently have a 52% win rate on attack. And Weird Esports right now, well, they are the ones on attack. So this half is looking strong for them. Yet again, there goes the execution. And the hot hands are going to actually kill Deadly.
Beautiful.
Deadly was trying to hold it, but no, Edit, he gets the last laugh as he burns his opponent away. And Shakim gets another kill. So this may just be the gun disparity, or it could be the fact that Weird Esports, they have completely butchered this execution. Or have they?
Maybe, maybe not. It's all up to Bad Love now. Once again, Bad Love, this is the guy that you want in these double clutch situations. This is the guy that you're always going to be looking for to close everything out. But against man, it's just not going to work. He's going to do his battle cry. I sadly can't do it. Otherwise, I'm going to get a copyright strike. But it's going to be 1 and 2 on the scorecard, ladies and gentlemen. And He-Man, he's showing exactly why he's an absolute Chad in this server. Every single time it's a clutch round, it's always He-Man bringing back the pain. He's always the one to bring in the hurt. Now on this 1 and 2, yeah, in a way, that last round was a bonus, but for the side of the defenders, that was not a bonus, man. That was a full-fledged buy round, and you can see their economies, it's hurting massively because they lost out on all of their guns. Solo being forced onto a glass cannon operator, it can work, but it's just a lot more difficult. You cannot make mistakes.
Okay, now that is a start no one was expecting. Weird Esports absolutely doing exactly what they were trying to do in Ascent as well. Just push the bomb site. Now, this run it back from Phoenix gets a lot of active information. He is clearing the bomb site with no cost, with no repercussions whatsoever. He has cleared out up until defender spawn that there is no defender. But now someone was sneaking through garage. That was He-Man. He falls back. And now it's just going to be the long play, the long range gunfights. Now, is there a way for Weird Esports to deny that? For Team 5 to deny that? Doesn't look like it. They don't have the Astra yet. They could not use the Cosmic Divide. Had the Cosmic Divide been there, it could have been a round salvageable for the side of Team 5, but they choose to accept defeat. They choose to fall back to safety, save their guns, and Weird Esports will be building on this victory even more as they get a total of 3 rounds for their side. And I've got to say that, yeah, on attack, Weird Esports are dominant. Mind you, I mean, in a way, on Haven, Weird Esports are dominant, but on attack, it is just something completely different. SMX right now. Oh, he encounters Bad Luck.
Dude.
Another rifle lost. Another rifle lost. And oh, unfortunate for Team 5. They're just taking more and more damage.
It happens. Like, you don't really have to worry about it much. I guess, like, Team 5, they can bring in a little bit more of a potent start for their side, but the thing is, they saved out that operator, they saved out 2 rifles. That's the end-all, be-all of this story. That's all that they needed. 3 guns, it can work. It works as a technical buy-around with one guy being forced onto a sheriff while the other one buys a Spectre. They have the firepower, but the thing is, Weird X, they're just gonna push their way in. They just want this fight as much as they possibly can. He-Man not gonna get lucky this time around with that sheriff and get a headshot through the smoke, but SMX, he wants to go in for something cheeky. He wants to go in for a swing, maybe go in for a possibility of a kill, but SMX, he's not risking a damn thing here. This is still a buy round, you gotta remember that. And if they lose here, this is gonna be a massive hit, especially if we consider a 1-5 scoreline. They're not clear on the back side. Bad Luck, he gets away with murder. He gets away with 2 kills. Soul's gonna be the one to trade him out. But the thing is, the flashes are already gonna be there. They're gonna run on in and 10v10. He's playing a different game out here. Starts with the name of C. The flash is not gonna be good. And Smoka, he's confused, but he still gets a kill. What? Solo?
Was that a Vandal or was that a P90? That was absolute sheer run and gun right there. Nothing being sparred, and again the Cosmic Divide was good, but unlike the C bomb site where there's a long passageway, long hallway, here the attackers could have been right outside the gates of the B bomb site, and that's why this Astral Cosmic Divide wasn't as good as it could have been for the side of Team 5 had it been used in possibly a C retake. But they still tried, like you mentioned, a great save. It was a buy round. They had to give it their level best. Plus they've got plenty of other forms of ultimates on board, and they can use all of that. Speaking of ultimates, you know, the Blade Storm is going to be used, and the Hunter's Fury is being utilized as well. Weird Esports applying the pressure. Deadly gets the initial kill, and now, you know, he gets the information of all of the opponents. Now that is not good for the opponents, quite obviously, because now Weird Esports, they've realized that the A bomb site is empty and they are taking A bomb site like nothing. That is it. The A bomb site is theirs. The defender have nothing to repel, to retaliate against with, because they don't have the necessary guns. You know, you have rifles against you've got rifles against like essentially, you know, sheriffs and upgraded pistols, so it's not a good scenario to be in for Team 5. And yet again, just like one of the rounds previously, they'll be choosing to accept defeat and not push too much, because if they do push, well, they know it is a death, with one exception.
Yeah, it's not looking that strong, but still, hey, the first initial kill, we kind of expected that SMX was gonna die there regardless, but Bad Love, he comes on down as the Avenger, gets both of the kills that caused his body a lot of pain. SMX, right around the corner, not gonna be able to live for long. Smoker's instead gonna be the one to shovel bullet up into his skull. 1-5 and the possibility of a 1-6. The thing is that 1-6, it's gonna be pretty hard to get just yet, because this is gonna be another buy round for the side of Team 5, but CCV, I think we expected all of this to happen now, didn't we?
Yes.
It's a Haven. This is the best map.
Attack.
Yeah, and it's also the attacking side.
Exactly.
If it was a defense, I would personally say that, yeah, maybe Team 5 have a chance, but here on attack, it's really hard to justify them, because statistically, we're not even speaking about the terms of our opinions. This is just statistics.
That's the main thing. It's based on historical data, and that's the thing, you know, I think Team 5 also would be aware of. And everyone watching, I hope you can understand as well, historical data just puts Weird Esports at such a valuable advantage against, you know, any opponent they face. Aggressive, you mentioned, they beat VLT, man. If they can beat VLT on the map of Haven, they sure can try to beat anyone they encounter against. And right now, they are trying, and it is working for their side. Their economy is in excellent condition. position. It is kind of like the S&P 500 right now. You know, very good market highs. Meanwhile, Team 5, they are just back and forth. They're struggling to, you know, even pay their bills when it comes to paying for their Phantoms and Vandals. Right now, this is a good start to paying your bills. Get those headshots. But site control has still been taken by BO3 Esports. Yes, the information, yes, the location of the attackers is known, but at what cost? The entire site is out of your hands, and the man advantage has been neutralized yet again. More pressure is being applied. SMX, one Sova kills another, one Phoenix kills another. A poetic end to these two gentlemen right here. But still, no end for this round. This round hasn't ended. It has only begun. The retake has begun. Team 5, 4 versus 2. BO3 Esports have been cornered off in garage. They get 1, they get 2. Pixels, he dies by He-Man. That is a triple kill. 2 of those at the very least headshots. And He-Man and the headshots, I've seen He-Man has a very high headshot percentage, like 40% or something, the last I remember, which is absolutely insane. We were talking about aim labs and Kovacs on the map of Ascend. I want to know his routine, because it sure as hell isn't just tile frenzy. That's what I do.
This guy's aim is just... That's why I was constantly saying, when he has a sheriff in his hand, he can just tap people out of existence. He's been playing a lot of micro shots seemingly. Otherwise, or 1 all 6 targets, small if you're playing Kovacs.
Oh, small, yeah.
Yeah,
No,
that's what I normally...
Tile frenzy is the best.
I always
that speaks about my
more.
skill level.
I spent way
actually,
too much
it's
time
the
on
good
that.
static one. No, I'm honestly aggressive. Same. I have seen so many, whether it be Aimer 7, maybe Voltaic, so many of those aim routines. But right now, it's the routine of pushing into enemy territory that Edit has to look after. He peeks,
Edit, free kill.
and
That's
what a
such
kill!
free
And he just falls back. Just falls back.
He just doesn't care. He just knows that Bad Love's tendencies are one of those things. Like, he's an incredible player, but he has very specific tendencies that he goes for with the map of Haven. And hey, if you know it, if you played with him for a really long time, you got to remember something that initially before, Bad Love was part of Team T69 and Edit used to be his teammate. So Edit knows his shenanigans, knows exactly how to counteract this man. And this round, he's showing exactly that. Positionally, they do find a lot, and He-Man, he gets another free kill on the Smoker. This is kills galore for the side of the defenders, and there's nothing that they need to worry about. All the members of Weird X, they're walking into the awaiting arms of the defenders, and this is not what you'd expect from Weird X. You expect them to play together as a team, but that's just not the case here.
I know, it feels like even if one of their members is completely caught off guard, just like the instance we saw right
30
here,
seconds left.
then everyone goes in a frenzy, that everyone is in a state which they aren't completely sure what to do. Like, I'm sure Weird Esports still have a plan. They're peeking together. The crossfire is being maintained. But yeah, they get the trade. But at the end of the day, a single casualty for the side of Team 5 and they take the win. This is a big win. The economy of Weird Esports, yes, I don't think it's been affected a lot. Economically, Weird Esports have been doing excellent. And I don't think that will soon change unless they lose a consecutive rounds. Then it would have the tendency to change. But it's just getting as many rounds as possible. You know, it's a case of beggars can't be choosers. Whatever you get your hands on, you make sure that you snatch that opportunity. You have to be very risky, you have to be aggressive, because if you don't, because if you play theoretical Valorant as a defender against Weird Esports, it can be difficult to win, just like it has been proven time and time again for other teams to win. But here comes the execute to the side of Weird with a lot of ultimates on board.
They're going in for it this time. They heard your words, CCV, and they're like, okay, I'm gonna play as unorthodox as possible. I'm gonna go in for the biggest and fattest rush that I can possibly go in for, and they're gonna be the ones to find it weird. I like the position, but at the same time, it could be pretty bad. Shots are gonna be taken and Edit. He gets caught out before he did get past the wall. Oh no, Bad Love! He sees the back end of Solo. He's not gonna be able to do anything. Bad Love just gets away with murder. He gets 2 kills. He gets for a couple of more, and Bad Love just makes a sashimi out of Sharkade. The shark is gonna be a tasty snack for him today. 3 and 6 on the scorecards. Ladies and gentlemen, I think that Weird, they're mad, and they're now ready to take down the side of Team 5.
that cosmic divide, like crossing that cosmic divide as a member of Team 5 felt to me like I was in Stranger Things and I was going in the upside down world because everything was bad there. Everything was bad. There was not a single good thing about crossing that cosmic divide because no matter what they tried, no matter the angles they peaked, the crossfire was far too strong to be broken. The bond was there and Weird Esports just constantly delivered. The Jet and the Sova, exceptional angles that they were holding, unorthodox, like we were talking about with the execute, with the post-round positioning, and it ended up favoring them. They used a lot of their resources and it worked perfectly in near flawless round, a pseudo flawless round as you would put it. But now it's a different day, it's a different round. We are about to hit double digits with round number 10. No casualties as of yet because Weird Esports, they are doing the opposite of what they were previously. Instead of being aggressive, well, they are taking their sweet little time, but at the same time, you know, concurrently, it is allowing Team 5 and their members to push up. Look at C main, everyone has pushed up. Solo gets the first kill, Edit with one more, no refrags. Solo escapes out of this entire ordeal. Deadly cannot get the kill onto him, and yet again, Weird Esports fall into the same pit of either winning by a huge margin or losing by the same.
It's already a 5 versus 2, sorry. And it's not looking that good. The spike's still not on them. If they try to pick up the spike, they could just walk into the awaiting arms of Solo. A person's coming on that lurk. It's already done and dusted. Here comes Sharkin to shut down one. Sharkin could just shut down his second, but Rio, he's pretty much a difference maker here, going on down over to a 1 versus 3 situation. Rio, he's looking around. He's got to look up top though. SMX comes down through as the angel from above to go in for that kill on towards his own twin brother. 4 and 6 on the scorecards, ladies and gentlemen, and a possibility of a 6 and 6 for the side of Team 5, or an 8 and 4 for Weird. It's an either or situation because looking at their money, Weird, they have a lot of money to work with. They can even buy an operator for themselves if they want to counteract Solo and his operator. But in this current situation, Solo, now that he's in his element, now that he has finally settled in to the map of Haven, I feel as though his operator could just be the difference maker that brings the pain towards Weird.
I think the operator is symbolic. Like, the operator is what gives Solo strength, just like a warrior and his sword. You know, it's the operator that gives him strength. Because let's take our minds back to Ascent. On attack, Solo didn't have the operator a lot. He struggled to get kills. But on defense, he absolutely popped off. Right here on defense, he is popping off as well with the operator. So will that change on attack, or has he found his stride? Well, I'll tell you a team who has found their stride back from the loss of the previous round. It is Weird Esports, who gets side control and now are looking to play in post on. Bad Love holding an extremely good angle, but he has a lot of work to do. It is a 2 versus 2. Deadly has spotted one of the members and he gets the final kill. It got a bit dicey in the end, but Weird still managed to take the lead. So at the very least, it's going to be a 7-5 split, perhaps even an 8-4 like you were saying.
Possibility of an 8 and 4 is a little bit higher because you can see why their money's not looking that good. Couple of broken buys for them, a Spectre and a Bladestorm in the hands of Solo. Operator was not really able to sing in that last round, and that's going to be a little bit of a painful situation for them too. But looking at the scorecards, man, just look at Bad Love, 16 and 6. He is on a tear. First half didn't even end, and he has a possibility of getting another 4K for himself and just closing everything. But ooh, Solo, he knows what's up. Bad Love, a little bit too much aggression from your end trying to run up like that, but still the garage hold. He-Man just missed out one shot. It's the first time we have even seen him miss a headshot, let alone a spray. That's gonna hurt a little bit, but still, Smoker, he's looking for a little bit more damage on his own accord. He know what's up, but the thing is, they can't go in anywhere, not just yet. Without Bad Love now to take a initiative on the entry, they need to play this a lot more slower, especially with no run it back either. Where do they go? Where do they run? And where do they hide? They need an approach, and they need some information to work with us too.
Yeah, it's the utility that is the barring aspect for their side, because they're just peeking. That was a naked peek right then, just pushing all by himself, Rio. Not good. I get he was looking for info. That's not the way how you do it,
Smoker
unfortunately.
Oh, my eyes are down.
I think Smoker disconnected.
Could be. Oh, that can be very unfortunate. But Weird Esports here already, you know, it's just more bad news after more bad news. Pixels holding the angle. Very good headshot right there through the wall. That is another. He falls back, 42 HP. Can he get the free fire? Yes, he does. He can do
Smoka,
this
come
all
back.
by himself.
Smoka, come back. Please,
11
Smoka.
seconds.
10 seconds
Can he get
left.
this spike down?
Oh,
Looks
no,
like he
Smoka's
can,
gone.
but members are pressurizing them.
Spike planted.
Spike has been
One
planted,
enemy
and that is the headshot. And Smoker, well, he can only support mentally because unfortunately he isn't in the server, so hopefully that can be fixed as soon as possible.
Cheerleader,
But
man.
but the half comes to an end 7-5. Honestly, not as bad as anyone was expecting. I mean, if I'm being honest, like you were talking about historical data and stuff, I was expecting a 9-3 to be honest, but a 7-5, I think Team 5 will take it. If they can be down 8-4 and then make a comeback 9-9, this is very possible. And the game is on right here.
What it's now, ladies and gentlemen. But the thing is, I personally think that if Smoker was there, things would have been a lot more different. But hey, he's a cheerleader
Yeah.
for the team. He was like, "Yo, boys, I'm gonna take a little bit of a break. I'm just gonna be here on the sidelines. I'm gonna give you that mental support. I'm gonna become the coach while being in the game." He was there all the time. But on the 7-5 scoreline, just as you stated, this is a very respectable scoreline for them. And they can
Exactly.
easily come on back from this just with a snap of a finger. But they need to win the pistol round. Unless they win the pistol, things are not going to be looking that strong for them. Especially when you consider Weird and their post-plan Weird and their retakes on this map. Yeah, their defensive holds, it's nothing to really write home about, but when it comes down to their instantaneous retakes, oh my god, Weird is just on another level. Their retakes are so quick that you're not even going to be able to call out comms. Okay, the retake starts. There's a player on Graffiti. He dies, and before the Graffiti player can even call out that, yo, guys, they're inside of sight, everyone else is already dead. All of the 3 players that were holding inside of the site, they're already gone. That's how quick the retakes are for Weird X. And in a way, you don't really want to go up against that. If you want to play for the post plants, you need to play for man picks. You need to get a pick for yourself across the map. And then after you thinned out the defense, then you can go in for a side execution. I'm really hoping that the side of Team 5, they know this before they go in for a 5-man rush, because they're consistently going to be playing for retakes. They won't try and go in for over-aggressive peaks unless they have a gun advantage, or they know for a fact that Team 5, they're going to be playing it very slowly, very systematically. That's when the defense really does need to press their advantage so that they can get some map control in their favor. That's what I'm expecting, but currently, if Team 5 are playing the way they are, I feel like they're going to be going much more for the slow-based playstyle, allowing Weird to make the mistake first.
I think that's what we witnessed in Ascent as well when Team 5, especially the initial few rounds, they got quite slow. You know, they weren't making a lot of noise. They weren't being aggressive. They were essentially looking for information and just roaming all around the map, be it B main, A main, deep into mid towards Market and Pizza. Anyway, may it be, Team 5 were right there. But essentially what Weird Esports found to work in a certain manner was to get aggressive, like you mentioned, and to, you know, push those gunfights to them, bring those gunfights to them, even if you are the defender yourself, and it is the attacker's job to do essentially what you're doing. But the pistol round, again, is going to be very important. I'm just looking at the previous statistics here. Yeah, Weird Esports, be it attack, be it defense, it's the map of Haven. Losing the pistol round it's happened very few times. The most recent game that they played in the Dell Futurist Gaming Cup as well against SATUL, they didn't lose a single pistol round. Not on attack, not on defense. So far, against Team 5 as well, they haven't lost the pistol. If I'm being honest, I expect Weird to win the pistol round, but then again, everyone has been proven wrong by the performance Team 5 have given so far. Very, very respectable scoreline. Both of us have talked extensively about it. They just need to build on it. We have seen Team 5 make a comeback from 8-4 and then go to 13-11. So 7-5 can be a far closer ordeal if it goes down the same route, if it goes down the path that was already taken on the previous map. So if that's the case, well, then I think Team 5, as unlikely as it may sound, they may just beat Weird Esports on Haven, but still, it is far too early to call. Right now, if anyone is wondering why there's a technical issue, why we are on our face cams, well, unfortunately, Smokey has disconnected. We are waiting for him to reconnect. Everyone, trust me, everyone wants this match to resume as soon as possible, because right now, we don't want the action to stop. The action has been amazing, these initial 12 rounds, and even the 24 rounds before, which was on the map of Ascent, and we can only imagine that both teams continue to deliver at the caliber that they are.
especially when it comes down to the first initial pistol round. The pistol round is where it all really does need to begin. I personally believe that if Team 5 are able to take the pistol round, they're going to be able to equalize it and finally bring in their own lead in the following buy round. That's what my opinion is like, because Team 5, they need to showcase to us that yes, they can take the initiative on the map of Haven. The thing about Haven is that you cannot rely on your opponents making mistakes on this map. This is not how this map works. Unless you take initiative as an attacker, the opponents are just going to run around the entire map. They can take the map control and they'll just wait. They know exactly where the positions are going to be. Like, they know exactly where the attackers are going to be, and they're just corralling them. Like, what's it called? I don't know the exact term of the person who corrals sheep. The herder, I think. The shepherd. Yes, the shepherd.
It's Shepherd, yeah.
Yeah, they're literally shepherds at this point, Weird X, and they know exactly what they need to do to try and kite their opponents into their angles that they really want. They have C-long control. Let's just say it's a theoretical situation. Bad Love pushes from C-long with an operator, with a vandal, or just anything. He's holding there with a judge, maybe even. He's just sitting there. He gets one kill. And I'm very sure that a lot of the other players, they're just not going to be contesting him, because Bad Love has an easy entry point out. He can easily rush into C-long if Deadly places a tripwire for him. And that's that. They're all done there. C-long control has been established, and there is no way that Team 5 are going to be going towards C-long again. They rush towards mid. And on mid is not an easy entry point, because mid, you need to worry about garage. You also need to worry about the mid entrance and also the 2 choke points coming from C entrance and also the A entrance. You're going to get funneled in, and then you're going to get a shot from multiple different angles. The only place where you can go is towards the side of A. And the A side, it's pretty much impossible to take. No, it's very easy to take, sorry. It's very easy to take, but it's really hard to hold, because the A side holds are difficult in the sense that the retakes are really easy on that side, especially when you have a Sova on your side. All of these factors combine into Weird just having a much more of a stronger defensive side because of what they are capable of. But the thing is, if the utility usage from Team 5 is just as beautiful, and if they're able to go in together as a squad for all of their trades, I believe they can do it, but they cannot give up the map control. They need to be decisive. They need to decide, okay, we're going to hit A, or maybe we're going to fake A and then rush onto B and then go for the hit there. If they wait until the last 40 seconds in Haven, there is no way they're going to be able to win on their attacking side. It's about being as decisive as you possibly can be, because on Haven, one split second that you waste trying to make a decision could be the split second that you get killed.
I think that's one of the things as well for the side of Haven. It's the fact that the only thing I can see Team 5 incorporating into their own attacks is trying to be timing their opponents. But the thing is, information is absolutely necessary for that. You need to know the exact location of your opponents. And I just don't mean Cypher's ultimate. That is a very rare one and done kind of thing, because that's how ultimates work in this game. I mean, having the situational awareness, having the map awareness, and the coordination. Right now, unfortunately, for the side of Team 5, yes, all the players are capable. But yeah, well, like we've talked about, it is a newly formed team. The coordination that someone like Weird X have in their roster cannot be compared to what 5x currently have in their own squad, and that's the main thing. So they cannot completely rely on coordination. That's something that they'll have to work on in their private scrims, in their VOD review sessions, if the players are playing rank together, anything like that. But tournament matches, yeah, that's where you have to perform the best. You cannot always look to have a sense of improvement right here. You've got to deliver. So that makes me think that the only way a crystal clear advantage can be established for the members of Team 5 is going to be winning initial gunfights, not in a frenzy, chaotic manner what Weird Esports are going for. Because if you're going for a 5-man rush down C long or down, like an A split essentially, kind of like what we saw on Ascent, 2 different bomb sites, I know, but the example I'm giving is an A split of like 3-2, and they're pushing into the site together. That won't necessary. I mean, I can see it working, but at what cost? That's going to cost a lot of economic power, like a lot of utility, manpower, as in a lot of people are dying by themselves, and time, resources, every single thing. So a push like that is not going to work. What I mean by early gunfights is that isolate gunfights. That is something Team 5 are really good at. Let's jog our memories back to a few rounds ago, where Edit just pushed down B long, got that 1 kill onto Bad Love, and then fell back. That's all he did. He just got the single kill on the most valuable player, arguably the most valuable player on the opposing squad, and he did nothing after that because he knew the
Just
damage had
walked
been
away.
done.
He's like,
Quite
okay, I
literally.
did my job, boys. I'm just gonna go away. I'm gonna chill in the B side. If I get another kill, that's it.
Yeah.
I got the
He-
kill. I got the most wanted criminal in this entire server. Done. Like, that's what
And
you need to
quite
do.
literally walked away. He didn't even run. He held control down and he walked, like as in silent walk. So I've got to be honest that that is exactly what shall be required of the members of the side of Team 5 to get those initial kills. At worst, get trades. Do not push yourself too hard. Do not go for those chaotic executions that you have been going for. That is not what Team 5 are doing. That is something we can expect from Weird Esports. We can expect and we have seen them do that. But Team 5 cannot adopt that strategy for themselves. They've got to play a different game. They've got to play the game of Valorant. Speaking of the game of Valorant, aggressive, I think it is time we can deliver the good news. I think we can jump back into the game. So let us resume the second half. The pistol round is right here. Smokey, well, it is good to be back. He's going to be buying his guns. He's going to be buying his utility. The ghost is with him. And may the good luck be with all 10 players.
They need the luck here because this is where the real fun can begin. This is where the real fun could end as well. Because in this situation, they need to figure something out. They need to go in for an execution, and they're looking to head down over towards that seaside. They got a little bit of info that, okay, Pixels is possibly floating down towards that seaside. We know him to be a very strong contender for that sea, so going in for a push there could end in our deaths. So where do we go? We head on down over to the 8 side instead, where it could be a little simpler, but at the same time, Rio, I don't like the chances that he's taking as the Sova. That's the thing. If Deadly is holding from the top side of heaven, there is no one to trade you, my man. You didn't need to go in for a swing of information like that. But he stayed there for a fight when he could have run on away. One small mistake, that's what's gonna cost him everything here. Bad Love wants to go in for a play as well. Not gonna be able to find out much. Smoker's gonna be going for one kill. Pixels, he's looking for a sideways kill from the back end. Deadly's gonna be alive. One shot's being taken, but Deadly is just too good. Deadly. Ooh, Deadly and Smoke are the dynamic duo here in this round. They're making it all happen. They're making the damage occur. But on that lurk, on that flank, it's gonna be Shark Game. Good for one kill. Swinging out. Deadly misses the shot. That's gonna cost him. He's at only 1 HP. It's a headshot or it's a done and done deal. Are they gonna be able to do it though is the real question. Shark Game, he's waiting. He's chilling. He's vibing, but still Deadly 10. His shots are just way better. 5 and 8 on the scorecards, ladies and gentlemen. And Weird X, they clutched out this.
Team 5, they should have taken this round. The amount of momentum they could have built from this one round, from this sheer round alone, could have been instrumental to their success in potentially winning the map. As much as we have said, Weird Esports are, are the most dominant, one of the most dominating team in this region on the map of Haven. Team 5 had the opportunity, but if I'm being honest, this is a big blowback. It's not like all hope is lost. This is an eco round. Yeah, I mean, everyone knows that Team 5 are not looking to win right here. They just want to kill as many people as possible, use up as much utility as possible of their opponents, and then try to do something. Initial kill goes in favor of Bad Love. He is falling back. He's got the Spectrum. He retreats. Yes, he retreats safely, and he's got backup in the form of Smokey, who will be happy to take gunfights against Solo.
Just walk away. Just walk away. These type of situations, you don't want to go in for it, but Pixel, with the 6th sense, he's going to be the one to go in and find one more edit. Poor old boy doesn't know where to look. Pulls out his goals, tries to go in for a couple of taps, but that just did not happen. 5 and 9 on the scorecard, ladies and gentlemen, and things are falling apart. This is why I said they needed that first initial pistol run. If they were able to get it, then it would have been perfect, but at the same time, CCV, I'm not really worried. You know why?
Worried for whom?
Because the magic number is right around the corner. If they win the round, then the magic number is going to be there. Come on.
There's moments where both of us give a great analysis to everyone watching and good play-by-play as well, and then there's moments like this that make me question what are we doing. But okay, I guess I'll wait for a team 5. You know what? I'm biased this round, team 5. Come on, you gotta win. I'm just cheering them. I won't even cast. But no, the execute is coming right here from team 5. It's a very chaotic execute. May not support them completely because Weird Esports have everything in order. Look at this double kill. No, it was about to be a double kill from Bad Love. But Solo and Edit try to snatch it in their favor. But yeah, team 5, no. It's a round that took twists and turns, but towards the end, I think with the spike being dropped dead center in the C-bomb site, I don't think Team 5 can achieve a lot. It's going to be Sharkim winning that duel, 46 HP up against 100 in full armor. I still think Cypher versus Cypher, it's going to be the defender. It's going to be Deadly winning once again.
Deadly, he's making a mistake here. He gave away that corner. That spike, though, it's pretty much in a good position, but still the magic number is going to be there. The power of the magic number is always going to be alive. Shark Game, you kept the hopes and dreams alive for everyone back in the audience. 6 and 9 in the scorecard, ladies and gentlemen. And this is where the comeback begins. This is the comeback number if I've ever seen one. Are they going to be able to do it, though? Is the real question.
Maybe they just want to pay respects to Team T69, you know, that's why they've done it. You know, many members on either one of the squads have been a part of that squad, so perhaps that's the reason. But never mind. Still a lot of work to be done for the side of Team 5. You know, they are losing by 3 rounds. This is still good though. They can work on it. Weird Esports on the other hand, they're going for the full buy, not wasting any time, looking for the shots. There goes the ADS, Bad Love still holding the same position alongside Pixels. And it's not going to be a C execute because the spike is there on A. However, look at the positioning of Smokey in that one corner, or this can be instrumental. Now, does Herman check? Yes, he does. But he loses the spike. He loses his life. The run it back has been occupied. Sharkim also dies. And I think Weird Esports may just have this round because they have the spike.
Ooh, this is not looking that good for them, but still, that is 100 Fury that can cause so much damage. Battle up on the flank as well. It's gonna be able to shut down another one. Solo's gonna be the one to take down Deadly, but still, that's not gonna help them. Smoker's gonna be good for 1 kill, and then it's gonna be a Rio and Smoker with a spray down to shut down Solo. 6 and 10 on the scorecards. 1 round they can win, but I guess the Lady Luck is just not on their side. It's gonna be the Caster's card instead, being the one to bring it all back for their end. It was a 6 and 9 scoreline, ladies and gentlemen, but sadly, the comeback didn't happen from that.
That round, it was just pivotal on one specific play, and I think everyone can pinpoint that. It was when He-Man just lost the duel to Smokey, and Smokey also played it very nicely. Mind you, first it was Rio's success in coming from A shot and getting rid of dispatching another member of Team 5, but everything, it was a team effort. The blaze wall, the curve balls, the hot hands, everything was so good. I absolutely love how Smokey played that. He played it to perfection. He didn't let the spike leave his eyes even for a split second, and yeah, that enabled Weird Esports to win the round. Now they're yet again taking these gunfights. Bad Love finds himself in the corner. He's got the help of Smokey. Both the duelists are right here. Now, are they going to be pushing, or is it going to be the supportive players pushing? Yes, it is. Rio yet again, the same angle, gets the headshot. Bad Love. Oh no, that's a Frenzy versus a Vandal. Rio is doing good things. Solo escapes with that rifle. That is big. However, Solo won't be escaping with his life.
Shark Game, though, he's still alive. He's gonna be the one to tap a person in the forehead with that sheriff to get around the corner. He-Man, he has an incredible aim, but I don't think he's gonna be able to do much. That sheriff, as soon as he does get revealed. And now it's all up to Shark Game. They know exactly where he is. Places a camera just to announce his position. And Rio's gonna be the one to shut him down immediately. 6 and 11 on the scorecards, ladies and gentlemen. 1 more round for match point, and the last buy round that side of Team 5 can even rely on. They either take this or it's all over. It's a one-all be all. It's not about the match point anymore. It's about this round. The last buy round they can ever get. In this entire tournament, pretty much, if they lose here.
Oh, yes.
Because
that is...
on that 12,
Yep.
you just can't. Not against Weird.
in the grand scheme of things, obviously it matters a lot. And Weird Esports can be the first team to secure a spot in the grand finals, which is a lot of work in of itself. But they'll be a step closer to getting all the goodies, all the rewards, everything, and a lot of things, mind you, that the winners of the Dell Futurist Gaming Cup will be winning. But right now, let's not focus on the macro side of things. That is for the post-match presentation. Right now, the match isn't over, so there's nothing to talk about what happens after. Right now, let's focus on how 30 seconds have passed on in the action phase. No casualties, no interactions between the players yet. Just utility being traded back and forth. Smokey getting pretty aggressive,
My
and
God,
that
Smoka,
pays
what is
off.
this guy?
What an investment, what a curveball, hot hands, everything worked, and yeah, that was a free kill essentially. Nothing could be done, and that is the Phoenix gone. One of the duelists is taken off. Weird Esports piling on the pressure, piling on the misery, because Team 5 with only 3 members remaining, they have to go for a desperate execute.
This is not looking good for them, but still, they still have the side control in their favor. 5 versus 3. They can do the hold here. They can make the plays happen, but this is not how it's going to go. The plan still hasn't gone down. 30 seconds left on the clock. Everyone's here from the side of the defenders. Bad Love's on a massive flank as well. Solo, he needs to go in for this kill, but he doesn't have an angle advantage for himself. Bad Love should be able to shut him down, but Bad Love, you're looking at a wall instead of the corner. Solo gets a freebie. That's going to be the first one, but still Smoka straight through the smokes is going to be the one to take down He-Man. The Woodworks is not going to be saving him today, and now all the members are here. The freaking wall, everything other than the kitchen sink is being thrown over onto that angle. Hunter's Fury has been popped, doesn't even get a tag. And ladies and gentlemen, it should be already done, but still SMX is the difference maker. He's going to be the one to make it all happen. Good for one, but it's just a Vandal. That is not a Phantom at that long range. There's no way you're going to be able to bring this one back. 6 and 11 down to a 6 and 12. It's a tragedy, ladies and gentlemen. Team 5, they lost another round. They really needed to win. And now they don't have any money. They have nothing to their name trying to go into the match point.
Series point, everything hanging by the thread. And yeah, unfortunately, you know, looking at it from a rational perspective, Weird Esports have got this, but the celebrations cannot begin just yet. Maybe the final ace up the sleeve of Team 5, something to initiate a process which allows them to win 6 rounds consecutively, then win the overtime, then win map number 3. I know how it sounds, but hey, they got to try it. Weird Smokey! Goodness me, that's just the run it back. That isn't even his true life form. And now that he's back into real life as Phoenix himself, he can still deal more damage. That is exactly what he's looking to do. He puts Sharkim down to 56 HP, and everything for the side of Team 5 relying on these 3 lads right here.
It's again 3 versus 5. It's looking quite bad for them already. They know exactly where Edit is. Positionally, he's straight around that corner. Everyone's outside the mid. And for Weird, it's just about playing it slow, playing it steady. They don't even need to go in for a push. It feels like it's over. But I don't want to call it as well, because I want to give them the benefit of the doubt. I want to give them the chance to prove themselves here, but in this situation, it doesn't feel like that, but still maybe Edit. He could be that difference maker with that run it back, gets that first initial kill, takes out Deadly, but with weird SMX getting another run towards the side of Bad Love, maybe it's gonna happen, ladies and gentlemen. 3 versus 3, very much possible, even with the hat from the Cypher coming off as well. They know exactly where everyone is. The positions have already been revealed, but Pixels, he doesn't check the corners on the right side. Sharky's gonna be the one to shut him down. It's a 3 versus 2, it's all up to Rio. He doesn't even get that kill. Shotgun's gonna be raiding at Supreme. The damage is gonna be there, but still Edit. He finds one more. It's all up to Smoka. Smoka, he's been pulling up a lot of incredible feats. So much damage being done as well. Everyone from the side of the attackers, they're low. But 10 bullets and a dream for Smoka. He is not even going in for anything. Swings out, gets the first initial kill. 5 bullets and a dream. He's looking for more, but still, Sharky, he knows exactly what's up. He tried to break that camera. You don't want to break any of that. You want to look at me. I'm the death here. I'm the predator. I'm the killer in this ocean. Not even a single second wasted, and somehow they bring it all back. 7 and 12 from a 5 versus 3. Oh no. Okay, I think that the caster's curse is actually strong for my end. I call that there's no way of them bringing this one back.
Team 5.
No.
Team 5 may be on life support, but they still are breathing. Their heartbeat is still going. Now, it's a matter of, is it only going to get stronger or will it flatline towards the end? We have seen Team 5 be on the cusp of victory, as close as 13-11, and then accept defeat. But in this case, wait, what's going on? Smokey, what worked for you in the previous round of just pushing Garage, in this case pushing B main, will not work. Deadly takes the gunfight, he loses even with the Guardian. Solo manages the headshot.
Second win.
And Weird Esports, what is going on right now? They have lost 3 gunfights without any reply, without any retaliation, and Team 5, this means economic boom to them. This means that they have credits to buy everything under the sun. A full buy versus full buy round going in a flawless, maybe a near flawless manner. That is excellent news. That is music to the ears of the attackers.
After losing out on such a round on the previous, you know that mentally the squad is just not going to be ready at all. 8 and 12, they needed to take a pause after that round. Honestly speaking, they should have taken a pause after losing that 5 versus 3. They didn't get a single kill. They were peeking angle solo. You know that when that happens, you need to take a pause. But them not taking that? No. Weird. They're being forced onto an eco. This is not looking that good for them now. They need to figure something out.
Yeah, weird. Yeah, I think because Smokey disconnected, so the technical pause, maybe they used it. I'm not completely sure. I'm not an admin. I could be wrong. However, that's just what I think. But never mind. Pause or no pause, the action must resume. So right now, Team 5, well, this is a free round for them. Let's hope it's not a thrifty. Off to a good start. Sharkame has been that initial duelist. Even if he is playing a Sentinel, even if he's playing the Cypher, I think it's been for the past 2-3 rounds at the very least, he's been getting those opening frags, and that just has been helping his team so much. In this case, like we mentioned, upgraded pistols for Weird Esports. They're just saving the economy. Bad Love now sneaking past. No, does not get a kill. He-Man, he had the crosshair placement impeccable right there. If there's one person who will never miss a headshot, it is He-Man. And right now the classic yet again deals damage, but the shock dart, well, as Sova himself said, neutralizes pixels. And Weird Esports, this may just be another flawless defeat that they have to suffer. It's only from the next round forward that they can look to get that one final round to put themselves in the grand finals.
Spike planted.
Just one, ladies and gentlemen. Weird X, slow and steady, wins the race. This was just an eco. Rush it off. Doesn't matter if you didn't get a single kill. You need to recollect yourselves and use this round to calm down, calm those nerves, and get back into full gear. Go into full throttle one last time, because this is where the speed really matters. This is a straight path to victory. There's no way you can bring this one back. There's no twists and turns here. There is nothing that is stopping you from winning here other than the sheer determination and grit from all of the members of Team 5. Their tournament lives are on the line, but at the same time for you, it's a good night's rest seemingly as well. Because if you lose here, it's one more round. Sorry, one more match, that you have to play to bring it all back. And with that realization, they take that pause. This is what I wanted.
Oh, they have. So they had. Yeah. Alright, so in this pause, both teams will be in a very, very different mental state. Weird Esports, they know how close they are, and they know all it takes is one round, but they know how difficult that is. Team 5, they are still 3 rounds away from going into overtime, which even after overtime, no one knows for certain what's gonna happen. But Team 5 have got it under their belt. You know, what they'll be thinking is, hey, if we've been able to do it in a full buy round flawless, even if we give a few casualties, what matters is we take the round by hook or by crook. Because at this point, it doesn't matter if no member of our team dies in a round or if 4 people die, we still need to take what we can get. Economy is pointless to us. There won't be an economy if we lose one more round. We cannot think about the future. We have to live in the present. But good for them, good for Team 5. They don't have to wonder about the economy, at least not for a... I mean, yeah, they don't have to wonder about the economy. Because if they lose a round, well, then that's game over. But if they keep on winning, they have the necessary amount of resources, and they will keep on getting the necessary amount of resources in order to make sure that they can buy full armor, rifles, vandals, phantoms, etc., etc. So Economy is pointless for Team 5 right now. They don't need to think about that. They can devote all of their time into just thinking about strategy and how they want to attack. Speaking of how they want to attack, it is a very, very sneaky push down from Garage into the C-bomb side, where we may see another Jet versus Jet take place.
They're going into this round as best as they possibly can. Solo, he has garage control. All of the members of Weird, they're holding on to C. They know that a C-side execution is on the cards, and they know for a fact that they cannot let the C-side go. The recon bolt's also not gonna get any sort of information, but Solo, he doesn't clear out the other corners. That's gonna hurt them. Nothing's been given away. Badlup, he gets a double kill. He's looking for some more. That's gonna be the third. It's all over. The beginning of the end, ladies and gentlemen. Badlup gets another one, and they should end this on a flawless Shark Aim. He's the one, the lurker. His position also gets revealed. They know exactly where he is. Shark Aim, what can you do? Nothing. This is what Weird X needed. This is what we expected. One pause, one chance for them to recollect themselves, and as soon as they do, they're just gonna give a 1-2 uppercut punch to take them out. KO, says the referee. And it's gonna be the side of Weird X taking it all away. Not just this map, but also this entire set, and sending the side of Team 5 back home. A heartbreaking loss.
Launching themselves, mind you, to the grand final, securing a cash prize at the very least, and putting themselves up for so many and every single thing that you can win. 150,000. We just talked about the cash prize, the bragging rights, and then obviously thanks to Team Liquid for powering this gaming tournament as well, for this Futurist Gaming Tournament as well. One-on-one coaching session that can be valuable for any team in any region. Doesn't matter what competitive tier they are in. If they're up and coming, established, a session with Liquid, oh boy, that is a lot to play for. That is a lot to win for. And Weird Esports, their dominance on Haven, well, it doesn't end anytime soon. Nor do I think it will be ending anytime soon. They have been tested, they have been tried, but every single time they come out on top, irrespective of who their opponents are. And in this case, their opponents, well, they are in the mud. They are in the dust. Like you said, Aggressive, sent back home. Single elimination can be brutal, and it definitely will be brutal for all the members of Team 5. But what won't be brutal will be the lessons that they have learned, will be all the ward review sessions that they can put in, the hours that they can put in. Newly formed team, a lot to work for, but because these players individually, they don't have to focus a lot on themselves. They can always go for those kills. As we will see, jumping into the highlights, there were plenty of kills, regardless of which person it was or which team they belong to. For the side of Team 5, they just need to gel together as a team, and that takes time and hard work, just like everything in competitive esports.
The way that they have been playing throughout the entire game, you have to say that Team 5, they showcase a lot of promise.
Yes.
Aim game was on point. Like, the main thing that I really am sad about this entire phase is that they're showing so much potential as a squad. They know what they're doing. The synergy is there. The teams are communicating. The communication is already there for them, but the thing is, the utility usage as a squad, it's just not present at all. It feels like they know what they want to do for themselves. They know what they want to do for one more person, but they don't know how to set up their utility for everyone else. Yeah, the buddy system's good. If you're able to set up 2 of your players, then that's fine. But right at the very end, it's still a team game. And then you look at the side of Weird X. What was Weird X doing throughout the entire thing? They were consistently just setting up their teammates. They were consistently switching up their setups so that it would facilitate someone else. And yeah, the solo plays were nice. But as a team, you just are not ready yet. And hopefully throughout this entire match, you understood that. And you're just going to be able to come back even stronger, put in a couple of more hours, do a little bit more practice. And I honestly believe this squad could take the entire world by storm. Because you got to remember something. There's not really a lot of teams that can give Weird X a run for their money on the map of Haven. And you guys nearly did. It was a 12-9, but right at the very end, it was a 13-9 expected from Weird X after they took that pause, because that pause was what they needed. I kept on saying it. Weird X, just recollect yourselves. As soon as you lost that 5 versus 3, just take the pause, man. If they took the pause right then and there, it would have already been a 13-7.
Could have been. But also, I think we cannot obviously dismiss what happened on Ascent as well. 13-11 from the side of Team 5. Yes, we know that is one of their best maps. You know, something makes me think, because Ascent is one of the more... is one of the maps in like Valorant with a far more hands-on approach when it comes to taking gunfights, where gunfights are far more common and they're far quicker. I think that's why Team 5 can excel right now in a map like that, because they can take those duels head on, 1 versus 1 isolated gunfights, where they can show off their individual skills. Something like that definitely worked. In 13-11, yeah, Ascent is a map that can be, and I think right now is a strong suit of Team 5. They won here against SATUL, and they almost were about to go into overtime against Weird as well, just slipped right towards the end. But perhaps in the future, you know, whichever tournament they play in, whenever we see them next, hopefully they can be better, hopefully they will have improved. That is what they owe to all of us, and that is what they owe to themselves after a performance like this.
They deserve this win. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Like, with the way that Weird was playing, I didn't really find a lot of different situations where I would personally tell them that, okay, you should not have done this, you should not have done that. There were not really a lot of situations like that. And the times that they did lose, like, you know why they lost. They got way too trigger happy, just rushing down a corner and just taking 1v1 engagements. Like, it happens whenever you're just feeling yourself like that. But look at this, throughout this entire match, tell me one situation where these guys were not confident. They were ready to take the gunfights. They were consistently just being able to swing out of corners, just tap people in the forehead casually without it even making any sense. Like, you would be like, hey, maybe you show the guys some respect. Maybe you show them, okay, I'm not gonna take the fight. I'm not gonna do anything. I'm just gonna wait for my opposition to do something. But no, that was not what Weird was intending. They were pushing corners, they were trying to test their limits throughout the entire game, and that's what you should be doing. Haven is meant for that. You need to see how much you can gain by taking a risk, and then putting a staple on that and be like, okay, this is how far we can go by taking a risk. You use that as your default from now, and then you try to push forward even further and see how much more you can edge out. It's like just finally chipping away at that margin, trying to see if you can make a little bit of wiggle room. And as soon as you have that wiggle room in your favor, then you put the final nail there and you break the entire line and you force yourself forward into another avenue. That's exactly what we were doing, and I'm really hoping that this is what Team 5 are going to be doing moving on down the line with their own utility. Utility usage as a team is just so crucial, and hopefully moving on down the line, we're going to be seeing that from the side of Team 5 in future tournaments. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be all that we have for today. An incredible 2 games from both of these squads, and Team 5 showcasing to us exactly why they are one of the house favorites here and why they were the ones being hyped up so much by the community. But right at the very end, it was the tried and true tested players from the side of Weird X being able to take it all away. But for now, it's going to be your boy Aggressive, joined by CCB, signing on off. Thank you all for stopping by for this incredible matchup. And hey, don't really worry about it, because we're going to be back tomorrow with a lot more incredible action of the Dell Futurist Gaming Valorant Cup. And hey, if you want to see a lot more tournaments like this from Team Liquid or possibly even Sentinels, you never really know, they could actually give us something. Make sure to check out all the links down below in the description from Alienware to get yourself that new Alien product, because I know they can be really expensive, but us from TAC, we got you covered with a couple of discounts. Check all of the links down below in the description. See what suits your fancy for next big upgrade. But for now, we're going to be signing on off. Thank you all for stopping by, and we're going to catch you tomorrow with a lot more incredible action.
On boundaries with the new Alienware M15R6, available on alienware.co.in. Experience smooth, high-speed gaming action with powerful performance and uninterrupted play. Enjoy software and warranty upgrades, exclusive offers and benefits with no-cost shipping. Ready to game like never before? Get it all on alienware.co.in.